What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Church Guys Sports Show, post game show for today, February the 6th, 2024. Tonight, the New York Knicks defeat the Memphis Grizzlies by 10, 123 to 113 in a game that was a lot closer than it should have been. I honestly anticipated not having a whole lot to say coming on tonight. And yeah, the Knicks really gave us a scare in the fourth quarter. As we get ready to delve into this game, hopefully, midway through the fourth quarter, Jalen Brunson turned his ankle, left the game, did not return. Hopefully he's okay, and he'll be okay for Thursday night's game against Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and the Dallas Mavericks, which will be coming up on this coming Thursday night. Just a game that, while the Knicks led wire to wire, the fourth quarter was a lot closer than it needed to be. And, it's just one of those things that Mike Breen said it toward the end of the game there as well. But the rash of injuries that the Knicks have had, even tonight, Jericho Sims was out with an illness as well. OG Anunoby has not returned. Quentin Grimes is out. We all know about Julius and Mitch. It's difficult. And the Knicks have done an admirable job up until this point as far as making sure that they're taking care of business. But what you're seeing now lately is a team that, guys who are not used to playing these kind of minutes, when half of your bench is in your starting lineup, things can get a little difficult to sustain. But most importantly, Knicks get the win tonight. They avoid a monumental collapse and beat the Memphis Grizzlies, a scrappy Memphis Grizzly team, by 10 points as Bishop L joins us.
I need a pressure pill.
Well, while he's looking for a pressure pill, y'all do me a favor. Y'all like, y'all share, you tag, you comment, you do what you need to do. I knew this was going to come up. Ted Simpson says Sheree Mitchell's a horrible ref. She's a rookie. And she's calling games like she's calling it in the New York City High School Federation, like she's calling PSAL games. Like the carry she called on Jalen Brunson. Let's be real. By definition, did he carry the ball? Absolutely. That's not a call you make in the NBA though, because it did not. And again, Clyde said it. He said it did not give him an advantage. So in that moment, that's not a call that gets made in an NBA game. The travel that got called on Josh Hart in the fourth quarter, you don't make that call in an NBA game. The pivot foot gets drug a little bit, especially when a defender is putting pressure on you. You give him a chance to establish his position, or you call a foul there. You don't call a travel when he got pushed. Rookies. Rookies. What can you do? But it wasn't the officiating that was the problem, Teddy. The problem was you had a team who just simply, I said something early on. I didn't say it in our chat. I said it to myself as I was watching the game earlier, because quite honestly, Memphis was hitting threes from the beginning of the game. And I said, this is going to come back to bite us in the butt. We're not getting out on the three-point shooters. And this is going to be an issue late in the game. And it was. You let a team bury 55% from 56% from three-point range. Of course, they're going to come out gunning when they think they got a shot at winning the game late in the game. And they were making them. You can't be mad at it. Kudos to Memphis. Kudos to the team for not giving up. It was good to see Derrick Rose play a little bit tonight. He got hurt as well, turned his ankle, and also did not return. It got real. It got a little chippy there toward the end, but ultimately, the most important thing, Knicks got the win tonight.
Yeah, great win. We got to do better of holding a 30-point lead at the fourth quarter, though. We have to do better. We cannot lose a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter, dog. Like, come on. It doesn't matter what injuries you got, right? Like, you see a shot go foul that nigga. Like, come on. Yo, you have a 30-point lead. Protect the lead. Now, we did win by 10. Thank God for Devo.
Dante DiVincenzo was fantastic again. 30-point night for him tonight. A thing I liked most about Dante's game tonight, he only took 9 threes tonight. He was 4 of 9 from 3, which is about 45%, which is still fantastic. But 12 of 18 from the floor. Got to see a lot of his dribble drives at the end of the game. Tibbs made the right call, put the ball in his hands. As Dante is actually a point guard, whether people realize it or not, Dante DiVincenzo is actually a point guard, someone who the ball, get the team into their offense, and that's what he did. I'm glad to see this experiment for the most part of trying to make Deuce a point guard is pretty much over. He's an undersized two. Deuce is a scorer. He can get downhill. He can make the three. He's an elite defender, but he is not a point guard. And this is where, in those moments, this is where you've got to see more of Malachi Flynn. You've got to see more of Dante at the one and Jalen off the ball, because those are going to be the things that mix it up. Because now with all of your most of your main cogs out, teams are keying on Jalen Brunson. And that's what it boils down to. Now, Jalen at 27 and 8 tonight, another fantastic game. Again, superstar level play. Willie Green. Superstar level play again tonight from Jalen Brunson, but teams are going to key on him. They're going to continue to key on him. He did walk off on his own power without a limp. I think it was, and he looked kind of pissed to be going back to the locker room. I think the coaching staff and the trainers told him, go back to the locker room. Ice it. Because he looked like he was pissed, like, I want to go back into this game. And they told him, no, we got it. You and I'm grateful that somebody did that. I am grateful that somebody told him, because the look on his face said, I need to get back on the court. No, you need to take your butt in this locker room. We'll finish the game. You get ready for Thursday night. Bishop J. Mack is joining us.
J. Mack.
What's happening, fellas?
What's going on?
We almost blew a 30-point lead. we was up by 4 at one point, right? I was like, what?
No, it never got lower than 7. Never got lower than 7.
No, it got the 4. Don't forget that. They cut it to 4.
DiVincenzo hit that 3.
Yeah, they cut it to 4, brother.
I thought DiVincenzo's 3 got it back to 9.
Nah, they were down. They cut that joint to 4 points, man. I was. That's why I put up wow in the chat.
Yeah.
Because they cut that joint to 4. I was like, are we really gonna do this?
Well, again,
I was really more concerned about Jalen. Even though they was making their run, my mind was still on him.
Well, like I was just saying before you came on, he walked off not just on his own power, but they put it on him going back to the locker room. He was walking without a limp and looked pissed off to be having to have to go to the locker room. And I was saying, I think it was more along the lines of he was pissed because they wouldn't let him go back into the game. Because I know Jalen's a dog. And so they probably said to him, we got this. You go ice that thing. We got another game Thursday. We'll close this out.
I saw that that was a good sign that he wasn't limping. He tied as soon as he twisted it, he did the old schoolyard, tie it up real quick, tie it tight. So he did that.
He's a dog. Because he was not planning on coming out of the game. He was not planning on coming out of the game. And
most of the coaches, I'm good.
Yeah. So that's why I think he was pissed going back to the locker room, because he was like, I'm not coming out of this game. And I do believe he would have stayed in the game had it been a shooting foul. But since it wasn't a shooting foul, they were able to say, no. Go on back to the locker room. We got this.
Great. Listen, able to get the win. Most importantly, we didn't lose it. So I don't want to hear these Knick haters. I don't want to hear it.
Well, you gotta hear from the Knick haters, and we're gonna get into that, because I was planning in my mind as I was planning the show.
The Laker game.
How we were gonna
game.
Yeah, my plan was, okay, we're up 30. This is gonna be easy. We'll get through this game, and then we'll spend the bulk of the show talking about Saturday.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Ready.
But the Knicks, of course, made it interesting. We've got this injury to Jalen Brunson that we don't know what it is. I'm waiting for Tibbs' press conference so we can try to get some information. Ted, thank you very much. I'm trying to expand the brand a little bit. So using other platforms to kind of drive traffic to the show a little bit more. So you guys we're going to be utilizing the page a lot more. Just commenting on stuff throughout the week. I'm going to try to encourage these guys. I know they don't do the whole editing thing, but if they will But if they'll just shoot a video on what's trending and send it to me, then I will do the editing and then get it posted. So that way it don't seem like I'm the only one that's doing commentary during the course of the week. It's engaging. And you can see, like, my wrestling post is getting a whole lot of traction right now.
Well, the wrestling post is, and I was going to talk to you, but we'll talk about that later.
We're going to get to that as well tonight. Overseer Christopher Allen, it got scary tonight. It got real scary tonight. And the Knicks have been playing with house money for a little while and it's not fun anymore. Now it's not fun. And we got to start getting people healthy. We need Grimes.
And Thursday, we got to make a move Thursday in the worst.
OG is expected back.
We don't need a superstar, but we need another body.
Yes. OG is expected back on Thursday for Thursday night's game against the Dallas Mavericks. Hopefully Brunson's okay. But it looks like Grimes is out until at least the 22nd, I'm hearing. So that's not.
They're shopping him too. They're shopping.
When I didn't see, I actually thought I thought something was happening when I didn't see Jericho, because one of the rumors today was Grimes, and Sims, along with a first rounder for DeJounte Murray and AJ Griffin. So when I didn't see Jericho playing before they said, okay, he's got an illness, I said, oh my God, is this deal imminent? I started thinking we're getting DeJounte Murray. Okay.
And let me say this. I know we're gonna talk about them later, but the Lakers have been mentioned as one of the teams trying to get Murray. He's not.
They don't have the assets. They don't have the assets to get him.
And he's not going to help their cause.
Not at all.
He's not going to help anybody that thinks that adding Murray to that team is going to. You can see it Saturday. They need a whole lot more than Murray to make a run out there in that Western Conference.
The West is thick right now. You got Minnesota and OKC playing out of their world. The Clippers are right there with them now. Donald Corey Ballard, I said it out loud right now. The Clippers are right there with them. I got to give credit where credit is due. Those boys are playing.
Harden had a great game last night in Atlanta.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He had to turn back the clocker last night.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like prime James Harden last night. So but when you've got players that can do that, that can be scary.
Which is scary.
Yeah, because on any given night they can erupt on you. So yeah.
And when the great thing I like about our team though is when all of our pieces are healthy, we're exactly the same way. On any given night, one of our guys can erupt and destroy you. And that's what you need. Tonight, we needed all 30 points from Dante DiVincenzo, but it's nice to have a role player that can get you 30 if you need him to get you 30. The Knicks have not had players like this in a long time. Another solid game for Precious Achiuwa tonight, 17 points, 5 boards. Isaiah Hartenstein, 7 of 8 from the floor, 17 and 8 from him. So when your front line gives you 34 and 13, that they're spelling Julius Randle. Then you've got Brunson getting you your 27. No OG tonight, so your third scorer was Dante DiVincenzo. You've got a DiVincenzo, you've got a Grimes, you got a Deuce really even as well off the bench. Guys who can put up big numbers if need be. That's a good problem to have for the New York Knicks. And, it's been difficult, but that's 16 of 19 to start the year. 16 of 19 to start the year. Tough loss on Saturday night, which was the segue into it. Tough loss on Saturday night, but they did what they needed to do tonight, which was come out and win this game tonight. Don't get on a skid, because even good teams are going to lose a game or two, but that's just it. Good teams don't go on losing streaks.
10 out of 11. We're 10 out.
10 out of 11.
10 out of
16
11.
out of 19 to start the year. And again, good teams don't go on losing streaks. They'll lose a game and they get right back up. And, I got excited early on because getting up 28, I'm like, okay, this is a statement type of win, because there could have very easily have been a letdown from the LA game on Saturday. It was very emotional. Went into the fourth with the lead. Only the second time this year we've lost after leading going into the fourth quarter. Couldn't hit the side of a barn with the shots. It would have been very easy to keep their head to have their heads down and lose tonight. And they blitzed Memphis coming out of the gate tonight. And I'm like, this is a good sign. It's no longer, I still say it's no longer same old Knicks. But tonight I attribute to two things. It was Memphis, and you got up 30, and it's essentially a G League Memphis team and you stopped playing in the fourth quarter. And secondly, you ran out of gas because and this is my one knock on Tibbs. Why didn't we see Evan Fournier tonight? Why didn't we see you were up 25 in the second quarter? Get Evan into the game for 10 or 15 minutes. Get Jacob Toppin into the game. Let your starters, whom you've been relying on, and your bench, who have now been pushed into the starting lineup, get them some rest. They've been going hard for the last 2 weeks.
He doesn't like Evan Fournier.
It's personal.
It's got to be because it doesn't make sense. You needed somebody out there with your bench who could keep pressure on that Memphis defense offensively. And you've got a flamethrower in Evan Fournier on your bench, and you're not using him. It's got to be personal. That is personal. Absolutely crazy.
It's personal.
But we turn back the clock to Saturday night. Again, y'all like, y'all share, y'all tag, y'all comment. We want to hear from y'all. Shout out to Chris Allen, Ted Simpson, the rest of y'all who are watching. Get on this chat so we can know that you're here. We'll shout you out as well. Saturday night, the Knicks did lose to the Los Angeles Lakers, and I just got to laugh because everybody was looking for us.
We have people doing lives that don't never do lives.
At one point,
wasn't that crazy?
At one point, L got mad and was like, "Let's go live, D-Lo." And I'm like, "Nope, not giving him the satisfaction. You gonna wait for us."
And we have. This has been the rule since last year.
Yep.
We do not go live. I mean, maybe once or twice we've done it, but we're pretty.
If it's an early Saturday game, that was an 8:30 start.
Right.
We're not going live at 11 o'clock at night.
No, because we got to get ready for church. We've never. So this notion. First of all, it was a split. It's a split. And we beat this team, and we didn't even have OG there. We had the old Knicks. We had Quickly and RJ when we went out there and beat them. They were on the team when we went out there and beat them. And then when y'all came here, we didn't even have OG, no Randall, no Mitch, no Grimes. That's 4 players.
We don't lose that we don't lose that game if we're at full
exactly.
I totally agree.
But
and LeBron and AD took the previous game off so that they would be fresh for this game.
To be fresh for a short-handed Knicks team, I might add. They had to be fresh for a short, I'm gonna say it again, for a short-handed Knicks team. So stop it. Let's just cut it out, Laker fans. Y'all got bigger fish to fry. Much than to worry about a one game against the Knicks. Y'all got a whole Western Conference to worry about. Stop worrying about coming out east.
Y'all got to try to avoid the play-in.
Yeah, exactly. Stop worrying about
try to avoid
We're in third place, okay? And we were half a game back Saturday going into that game out of second. So Doc Rivers is 1-3 since he's taken over. I'm sure we'll touch
about to be 1-4 because I think they're going to lose to Phoenix tonight.
And I'm telling you, I don't feel, as I said before, and I'll say it again, I don't feel sorry for them at all.
Oh, not at all.
They did Griffin wrong. That's horrible for him to even have that mantra, to be 30-12 and get fired. Who does that? So I don't feel sorry for them at all. So we'll be back to a half game if they lose tonight.
Well, actually, we'll be a half game back of Cleveland, who is now second.
Oh, Cleveland is second. Okay.
The Cleveland Cavaliers. Had we beaten LA on Saturday, we'd be second right now.
Okay. Oh, I'm not worried.
Oh, no, I'm not worried at all because again, we're missing 4 key players, 2 starters, and it's been this way for the last 2 weeks.
And guys, they said it tonight on the broadcast. Mitch is going to be back after the All-Star break.
Yes, they're very encouraged by Mitchell Robinson's progress.
Yes, Butler. He's coming. He'll be back after the break.
We're waiting to see what Randall's progress looks like. OG is slated to come back on Thursday, and after the All-Star break, we could be looking at a full strength Knicks team, which
I would like to see.
Which at that point, I'm jumping out the window.
I would like to see Mitch Robinson playing with a chip on his shoulder.
I think he will.
Like because I'm sure he hears the buzz about Hartenstein.
Rightfully so, though.
Rightfully so.
Listen,
Exactly.
Rightfully so.
Isaiah Hartenstein has made himself a starter in this league.
Rightfully so. Can't take it away from him.
He's become a shot blocker. He's become an elite rebounder, an elite help defender, and he was already an elite passer, but now he's actually scoring. He's got his float game. When they collapse on Brunson off the pick and roll, he's hitting that 8 to 10 foot floater. Who can guard that? When you 6'11" and you got a floater, who's guarding that? Who's guarding that? So
listen, you got to look at this. Hartenstein. Have we ever seen Hartenstein not play with energy?
No. And now he stays on the floor. He does not get into foul trouble. Clyde said it tonight.
Clyde said it
He doesn't get into
tonight.
foul trouble anymore. He stays on the floor, and now you're seeing the effects of what Isaiah Hartenstein can do when he is on the floor for extended minutes, and it's very nice. It gels very nicely with this team. It is to me again. It is a perfect complement to Brunson, Randall, and OG Anunoby. Dante DiVincenzo is a perfect complement. The way these guys play as role players who can, and I said it before you came on, we have role players who can, on any given night, get you 30. That's a good problem to have.
Absolutely.
Dante DiVincenzo at 32 tonight.
This is a scary Knick team, guys. And listen,
Keisha, hey girl.
Nick haters aside.
She wanted to come on the show. She wanted to come on the show the other day, but we wasn't live. So while she was live, I tried to get in the horn show.
She wasn't gonna let you in because you were gonna make sense. That's why. You were gonna make sense.
That hurt me a little bit. That hurt me because I felt like she wouldn't run from me like that.
Oh yeah, she gonna run because you were gonna make sense. You were gonna pour cold water on her fire, because you were gonna make sense if you would have got on that live. So she wasn't gonna let you on, but we can let her on now.
She said she in the bed.
I know she in the bed. I know she in the bed. When the Knicks win 10 out of 11, I know she in the bed.
Listen, it's all love, but Keisha, I will say this: I am disappointed that you went live on Saturday because you are a LeBron fan, you are a Miami Heat.
Right? You're not a Laker fan,
so you're not like if this had been Knicks Heat and you went live, I wouldn't even be mad at you
because we know your allegiance to the Miami Heat.
Right?
We know this.
I would have respected that, but you went live after a Laker game.
You went live after a Laker game. Yo, that was wild. Like, I was like, really? Miami? Like,
and she had a hand on her head like this and talking and had the head going.
Yeah, I was on there. It was such trash talk. I said, let me get over here and finish my sermon.
Massive trash talk. And I was like, so I'm hitting the invite. I'm hitting the invite like, let me in this show. Because I was coming. Like, are you kidding me?
We was both on there. We was on there. She said, "Oh, Bishop, don't take this L. Take this L."
Oh, you want to come on, Keisha?
Let's go. Get a
roll up. Send her the link.
Listen, it's a light night for the Knicks. We can entertain outsiders.
While Ella's going to get Keisha on, again, I'll just leave it at that about the whole Laker thing. I really just wanted to talk about the not even just Laker fans, but just fans around the NBA. As much trash as y'all love to talk about the New York Knicks, you guys are part of the reason why we're relevant all the time, and we thank you.
Y'all talk about them more than we do.
I mean, I've never seen anything like this
before.
Come on.
Bishop D'Lo. They talk about the Knicks more than we do, and we fans.
There were Laker fans talking about, the Knicks this and the Knicks that. I said, y'all had 2 impressive wins over 2 of the leading teams in the Eastern Conference on the road, and you're talking about the Knicks instead of talking about your team.
I sent her the link. Let's see if she comes.
We'll see what happens.
Finally, you get a girl on the on the show.
Some estrogen will join the church guys, the church guys and girls
Church guys
podcast.
and gals.
But we're here with that. But as of right now, Knicks improved to 33-18, sitting very high right now, quickly around the league while we're waiting for Keisha. Timberwolves lead the Bulls by 3 with 3:34 to go in the fourth. Thunder lead the Jazz by 7 at halftime. Bucks and Suns just underway. Suns trail by 2. It's very early. Knicks, of course, win tonight. Rockets lose to the Pacers tonight, 132-129.
Rockets have been playing well, by the way. They've been playing very well.
Mavericks over the Nets. You got something to say? You got the link. Come on and say it, sir. You're a host. What you doing in the chat, David?
Right. What are you doing on that side of the aisle?
Come on in. Come on
Why
in.
are you talking about I got something to say?
Right. Just come on in. Like, what you doing?
You ain't got to ask. You ain't got to knock on the door.
Man, you got a key to this house.
That's right.
Mavericks over the Nets, 119-107. Heat blow out the Magic tonight, 121-95. Looks like Miami's trying to right the ship. They've been bad. They've lost 6 of 9. So
They waiting for scary Terry to heat up.
They're waiting, but they might be waiting too long. Yeah, the Bucks aren't going to make it. Yeah, Mike McFadden, we all agree. The Bucks are not going to go far in the playoffs. Doc was not the answer. They would have been better suited leaving Adrian Griffin in place and allowing him to get through the season, even with the turmoil. Listen, what team does not have turmoil? Grimes was in the paper yelling about touches earlier this season, and the Knicks are still 33-18.
It's a player-driven league. You got to expect that. It's a player-driven league. The players run the league, but sometimes the players don't know everything.
Right.
Sometimes the players are wrong. In this case, the players were wrong. You got rid of a great coach just so your ego could get stroked. Now you got Doc Rivers, and in 4 games, you're 1-3. Of course, that record is going to improve, but I still don't trust Doc in a tight situation in the playoffs. I don't trust him. There's too much evidence, too much of a body of work to show that Doc Rivers can't be trusted. I'm sorry.
And I totally agree with you. LeVon, it wasn't a good game. And I'm saying this as a Knicks fan. Yes, we won, but it was that fourth quarter was a lot scarier than it should have been. The Knicks should have been able to rest their starters and just allow the bench to finish that game and get everybody healthy and ready for Kyrie and Doncic on Thursday night at the Garden, which is going to be another hot ticket. Kyrie Irving was giving the Nets work tonight, from what I hear. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting night.
Listen, Luka want to come here. He's going to try to drop 50 on us.
Luka tries to put on a show every time he comes to the Garden.
Yes.
And he's the reason why I need OG to be healthy, because a healthy OG is going to neutralize Luka, and we'll have Josh Hart on Kyrie most of the night. That's where the Knicks' strength is. The Knicks team defense has revved up a notch, and they've been making timely shots. One of the biggest things is, though, and you saw it Saturday night in the Laker game, is the Knicks defense was strong the entire game, even in that fourth quarter. I mean, that's an explosive Laker offense. The Knicks only gave up 24 points. Problem is the offense sputtered, and they only scored 12. That's why they lost that game.
They were scoreless for 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. You can't do that in the NBA.
El said he's having a connection issue. All right, El, we got you. We here till you can get back on. Let you pull that together out there. So in the meanwhile, I guess Keisha not coming. I guess Keisha not coming. But we don't say we didn't put it out there, Keisha. We gave you the invitation to come to the house and sit down and talk with us. We on
tonight. We on tonight.
We on tonight. We'll be on Thursday night. But Thursday we're not talking Lakers. It's over at that point. This was the night to talk that.
Yeah, we moving on after tonight. The only reason why we talking Lakers because we played Memphis tonight. That's the only reason why.
Right. There's nothing to talk about in that game other than Jalen Brunson's health. And again, we hope all is well with Jalen Brunson on tonight. So that being said, I want to segue, since right now it's just me and Bishop J Mac, I want to segue into something we don't normally get a chance to talk about, and that's the world of sports entertainment. primarily World Wrestling Entertainment. For those of you who've seen the video that I posted today, talking about everything, let me just catch you up real quick. Obviously, you know, WWE has their big 4 pay-per-views, or now called premium live events, that they have during the course of every year. The Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. The big 4, now of the big 4, the first 2 are intrinsically tied to each other, in that the winner of the Royal Rumble guarantees themselves a slot in the main event of WrestleMania,
affectionately known as the Road to WrestleMania.
The Road to
Just want to
WrestleMania.
stuff that in there. Yep.
Yes, that's absolutely true. Thank you, J Mac. So 2 weeks ago, we saw the Royal Rumble take place, and there's now both the men's and women's Royal Rumble. When it first started, there was no women's Royal Rumble. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But the men's Royal Rumble was won by Cody Rhodes. Yes, that's Dusty's son. And he became only the 3rd person in the modern era to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles, joining Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin as the only wrestlers.
And Hogan.
Well, that's what I said of the modern era.
Yeah.
The only wrestlers of the modern era to win back-to-back Rumbles. Yes, Jamel Lewis, I agree. The women's Rumble was definitely
Absolutely
better. It was
leaps
way better.
By leaps and bounds.
Yes, it absolutely was. But now with that, Cody is, because if you remember last year, for those of you who watched WrestleMania 39, all of last year, Cody came back to WWE the previous year, where he had a feud with Seth Rollins, coming back, which is perfect. Tore his pec, but then came back, won the Royal Rumble, and a lot was made of him winning the title that eluded his father. If anybody knows Cody and Dusty, they had a great love-hate relationship, and Cody idolizes his father. And the WWF, back then, the WWF title was the one title that Dusty Rhodes never won. And because Dusty never won it, the one time he did win it, it was a disqualification. So he had the belt in his hands, and there was this picture that Cody talked about that he had of him holding the title, but he didn't get to take it home with him that night because, as you know, you cannot win a title with a DQ finish.
Pinfall or submission.
Pinfall submission only. So, or I quit. Yeah. So what ends up happening is the belt was taken from him, and Dusty never got another shot at the title again after that. So Cody's whole storyline since the previous year when he came back was finishing his father's story. That was one of the reasons why he said he came back to the WWE, because people wonder, why would you leave AEW? You helped found that company. You're one of the executive vice presidents. Yeah, that's great. But ultimately, Cody recognized that the AEW championship is not as prestigious as the WWE championship. So long story short, Cody wins the Royal Rumble last year, goes to WrestleMania, is defeated by the Bloodline, not by Roman Reigns, is defeated by the Bloodline last year.
Solo
Sikoa to be exact, with the Samoan Spike that kept Cody from winning because Cody had Roman beat. And unfortunately, you going back to bed, Keisha, we was waiting for you to come on. We never saw you come in. You never came in. We was waiting on you.
We can pivot off of this.
I mean, because we can always come back to this. If you come in, come on. Come on. While we're coming on, David Wright's joining us. Pastor Dave.
What's up, family?
You said you had something to say. So before we go back to wrestling, I'm going to let you have the floor.
I got something to say. We need to go ahead and get DeJounte Murray.
Okay.
We got to grab him.
None of us are mad at that.
No arguments here.
None.
Yeah, because this and when Keisha Carter, if she come on here, we got something for her. But DeJounte Murray will be that. Really, I like Deuce, but Deuce ain't a point guard to me.
No, he's not. He's not.
He can't control that. Our bench shouldn't have let them, even though this is like our third string bench.
I can see the whole backstage. She never came backstage.
It's a curse. They should have never let these guys back in the game. We won the game, but I'm not happy about this win tonight. And DeJounte Murray, he he gonna bring some stability to that second unit. Even if he start, he gonna be balling with that second unit.
I would like to, if you're going to make that move for DeJounte Murray at this point, obviously he's somebody you're getting who's already under contract, so you don't have to worry about him walking in the offseason. But I would tell him, listen, if we're bringing you here this year, you're coming off the bench for the remainder of the season. Our starting unit is locked in, and we need you to help stabilize our bench this year. We can revisit it in the offseason, and you can go back to being a starter next year. But right now, we need you to be our bench help, and put your ego aside and let's go win a championship.
Let's go get this chip.
And listen, he's going to get quality minutes in the fourth quarter anyway, because that's where it counts. He's going to get quality. He's not going to be sitting on the bench the whole time in the fourth quarter.
No, of course not. And
he's going to be out. Yeah.
And Tibbs always says it's not who starts; it's all about who finishes.
Do y'all remember back when Houston and Starks was here? And when in the fourth quarter, Houston would be on the bench, and
Starks was on the court. Van Gundy trusted Van Gundy. Van Gundy trusted Starks.
That's it.
Absolutely true.
So it's about who's on that floor in the fourth, who's closing the game, the closer, who's going to close this out. And Murray will get minutes in that fourth quarter. Because he's a lethal shooter. He can drive. He can create his own shot. You know.
Listen, quite honestly, the person whose minutes I think would suffer in the fourth quarter, I hate to say it, would be Josh Hart.
Josh Hart. Absolutely.
His minutes, because I can envision a lineup where you got Brunson, DiVincenzo, and Murray out there at the same time.
And with OG, and you could go small if you want.
With OG and Julius. Yeah, you can there are a lot of different things that you can do, so that's a good problem to have. I'll just put it that way.
Well, that's a good problem. It's between him and Clarkson. Of course we want Murray. I would much rather Murray than Clarkson is a scorer. He's not a facilitator.
I don't and Clarkson can't play. Clarkson will play defense.
Right.
Clarkson, he's not going to fit here. I don't want Jordan Clarkson.
I don't want him either.
He doesn't fit the mold. DeJounte Murray fits the mold of a New York Knicks player more than a Jordan Clarkson. Greg Heffler said, I know this is a New York show, but how y'all feel about the Cavs?
I ain't worried about that.
I like what they're doing. They're
number 2.
They're in a good position right now.
So what?
But I was going to say the Cavaliers have not shown me that what they have is sustainable. The
Knicks gonna catch them and they're gonna pass them in that 2 slot.
And I think that's gonna happen.
We're still afloat, and we got four players out. We still afloat without.
And that's the thing.
3 of them are starters. We got 3 starters out.
The Cavs are. When you think about it this way, looking at the top 4 teams in the East, obviously Boston's at full strength. They're number 1. Cavs are number 2. They just got to full strength, and so they're playing like it, as they should. They're playing like it. They're won 11 of their last 12. They're playing like a team that's at full strength. The Milwaukee Bucks are at full strength for the most part. I know Chris Middleton was out the other night, but for the most part, they're at full strength. The only team that has an injury issue right now in the top 4 is the New York Knicks, and we're 3rd. So, I mean, that tells you something, because and we were all just saying if we can stay afloat till the All-Star break, we could very well go into the All-Star break the 2 seed.
Yes.
And then what happens when we get everybody back after the All-Star break?
I believe we're going to be in that 2 slot by next week going into the All-Star break. I believe it. And like I said, Thursday we go. Listen, we got to be engaged, all of us. Me, you, Dave, Butler. We got to be engaged on that trade day. We got to be.
There'll be loads of content going up throughout the day.
Yeah, we got to be engaged. That's
going up.
Thursday's a big day for us. Big day for this team.
Big day for the team. Big day for the league. I think this is going to be an interesting year of movement. I think just across the league because looking at it, the NBA is wide open this year. There is no clear-cut favorite.
Yep. Listen, Dave, you ain't never heard me say this. I'm looking past Eastern Conference.
Geronimo.
It's 19.
No parachute. No parachute.
It's 1999 It's 1999 all over again.
No
Because
parachute, Doc.
That was one of the last years where the NBA was wide open, and you saw it. The Knicks were the 8th seed that year and got to the finals. So, I mean, this is one of those years where there's a whole lot of parity. The Knicks got in that year. It was a lockout year. There were only 50 games. The Knicks got in with a record of 27-23.
Sure did.
And
The
Camby,
8th seed.
and Camby and Ewing in that season, there was no front line messing with them.
Mm-hmm. And then it also comes down to matchups, because that first round you matched up against a Miami team who, yeah, they were the 1 seed, but you owned them. So
Whoa.
going down to Miami Arena and
Wait
beating
a
them
minute.
wasn't hard.
I feel
And
the
then
Holy
we
Ghost.
swept Atlanta in the second round.
Another team that you owned it. Like it, I remember that series vividly. I had no trepidation about that second round series against Atlanta at all.
No,
I
I
feel
knew
the
all
Holy
they had
Ghost
was
moving in my prophetic.
I was
They had
already
Steve
worrying
Smith
about
and Mutombo.
I
They
was
had Steve-
only worried about Indiana.
They had
I
Steve-
was only worried about Indiana that year.
Atlanta only had Steve Smith and Mutombo. There was
Yep.
nothing to worry about.
25 years ago was the first time Walt Frazier and what's his name, Mike Breen worked.
Green worked together. Yep. It was that year.
And this is the 25th year anniversary, and they're retiring.
Well, no, they're not retiring.
Well, Walt is, ain't he?
No. Clyde ain't saying about no retirement.
Clyde ain't going nowhere.
Clyde-
Clyde
Well,
was getting them
I
checks.
think 25 years since
They
we were
gonna have-
last
they
in the
gonna have to
finals in
roll
99.
away from them. Yep.
I think, here we go. I think it's time.
It's been 25 years since that run. It's been 25 years since. Blessings, Dr. Harden. Love you, my big brother. Sam Jennings said, what happened to Kyle Lowry? Don't know what's happening on the Kyle Lowry front. I have no idea what Charlotte's doing. Again, that's my piece. That is my piece.
Yeah,
If
we
you
can't
get
get
DeJounte Murray.
We can
Give
get
me Kyle
Kyle.
Lowry.
If we can get Kyle Lowry, I'll take him too.
I will absolutely take Kyle Lowry.
And he don't mind coming off the bench.
I was about to say he don't mind coming off the bench.
Jamal
That-
Lewis says
that-
the Knicks should go after Clay. Clay makes too much money. Clay makes way too much money. That's $40 million that
And he's a diva. He's a
Yeah.
diva.
you'd have to give up too much to get Clay. And
I don't want no light-skinned guys. No light-skinned.
listen.
Well, Brunson is Brunson. And he ain't always light skinned, but he caramel.
Yeah,
He got braids.
Caramel.
So that darkens him up. His braids darken him up.
Listen, we got Dante and Evil Dante. That's enough. Dante and Malachi Flynn. Dante and Evil Dante, as they're called.
Right, they call him twin.
Do y'all see how Dante is shooting?
Hold on, Keisha. Do you know how to use StreamYard? Because when you click the link to come in, there's 2 layers. There's a first layer that sets it up, and then there's a second layer that you have to click to actually get backstage. I'm looking at it because I have the control board in front of me. So when you come backstage, I will be able to see you. I've never seen you. I didn't see you. So
She's trying to do a Facebook Live invite. That's what she's doing.
right. Is that didn't L send you the link? Because we have a whole backstage that we can welcome you in on. But we love you too. We want to definitely have you on. See, what are you gonna say? No, you didn't do it right, did you? See, you didn't do it right, did you? So you got it's two factors. So you click the link the first time. It lets you make sure that
It's
you're
gonna ask you
good.
for
Your
your
audio,
name.
you got to put your name in. You're gonna make sure your mic and audio is on. Then you hit that blue button again underneath it, and that actually brings you backstage. She said, "No, I did do it right." Well,
She don't want to come on here because she knows deep down in her.
wait. Did L send you the right link? Aha.
Uh-huh.
Did L send you the right link is the question. Because if he sent you an old link, it wouldn't work. Because if you say you was backstage and I didn't see you, she said probably
that means
not.
she probably coming on an old link.
Hold on. If you still want to, I'm gonna try to send you the correct link. Give me a second, Keish.
Because she don't want to. LeBron, even LeBron knows, because he gonna jump on whoever gonna get the ring. He want to come to the Knicks. He got the New York Knicks towel wrapped himself around. We don't want him. We might
No,
be
I
the
don't want
first
him
team in the NBA to turn LeBron down.
He wouldn't come here when he was in his prime to play with Carmelo. Him and Melo, he could have played with Melo here in New York, and he turned it down to go to South Beach. I don't want him here. No, you stay right on out there in LA.
I don't want a 39-year-old LeBron James.
No.
I would have taken 29-year-old. When I could have had 29-year-old LeBron James, why would I want 39-year-old LeBron James?
Think about it. Randall is doing what he does anyway. Randall almost averages a triple-double like LeBron does. What do we need LeBron for?
LeBron is averaging the weakest.
That would take the ball out of Brunson's hands. I don't want Brunson suffering because he comes. Brunson is running the team fine. We don't need LeBron James.
LeBron is averaging the weakest 27, 7, and 7 I ever seen in my life.
He's not impacting winning, and that's the difference.
At all.
10 years ago, LeBron impacted winning. He no longer impacts winning.
He's a stat compiler now.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. He said he doesn't want to come here. Nobody believes LeBron at this point. Nobody believes LeBron.
Well, of course he's going to say that when
LeBron was
trying to get him.
LeBron was playing mind games by putting that Nick towel on himself.
Yeah,
on Saturday night. He was trying to bait the Lakers into something. That's all that was.
And trying to get clicks and trying to be relevant. That's all that was.
That's it. Today, LeBron James is a glorified Quincy AC, and we don't need him.
Wait. I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
I'm not going that far.
No, he did say Quincy AC.
Quincy AC?
Yes, I did.
Listen. Keisha said he's 39. What do you expect? Listen, you are right about that, Keisha. He is 39. But as a New York Knicks fan, LeBron has the I'm not. No, absolutely not. I'm not doing this with David tonight. I'm not doing this with David right tonight.
LeBron is today Quincy with minutes.
Oh, Jamel said you need to be drug tested.
Wait. He's there.
Quincy AC. Not even like Anthony Bonner. Not even Anthony Mason. Quincy AC?
That's all it is.
Quincy AC.
That's what he is at 39.
Woo!
I think he's a little better than Quincy AC at 39. I think he's a little better than Quincy AC. But Keisha, yeah, he is 39 years old, and at 39 years old, I don't expect much of LeBron. I expect to get exactly what the Lakers are getting, but LeBron's ego has not yet allowed him to get to the point to where he understands that at this point in his career, he's a role player. He is not. It was interesting. Again, shout out to Carmelo Anthony and Miro, who do 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Carmelo talked about with Miro during one of his podcasts about how he knew it was time to hang it up. And he said, yeah, that's a hard decision to make. But when you get to the point to where you realize that, it's really about putting your ego aside. And if you're going to continue playing, knowing that you have to accept a lesser role.
Can you do it? Can you do it?
And that's what he said. He said, can you do that? He said, and that's what he understood when he got to Portland. And that's when everything was okay. Because while he was at OKC, when he went to Houston, he still thought he was that Carmelo Anthony. And it wasn't until he got to Portland that he realized, you know what? This Dame team, this CJ team, I'm here to play a role. And you've got to get to the point to where in your career you understand that. Sure, LeBron can absolutely light it up on a given night, but he has to pick his spots. He can't carry a team anymore. And
listen, LeBron is not that type of player. He's not going to ever come to his senses to say he's got too much ego involved.
He should say, "Don't be a hater, Dave." I mean,
he's got too much ego. His ego is not going to let him do what Melo did. LeBron is never going to come off the bench in this league.
Bishop
No.
Wall, I gotta respectfully disagree with this comment. You said look at, will you defer to who? Look at what's on his team. First of all, he has Anthony Davis.
Thank you. A Hall of
Secondly,
Famer in his prime.
D'Angelo Russell is not a scrub. Austin Reeves is
Austin
not a
Reeves.
scrub. There are good ball players on that team. And and it should be AD's team. Now, I do question AD's heart at times. I don't feel like AD wants to be the man. AD gives me way too many Dwight Howard vibes in terms of how he plays. He ain't a role player now. You bugging? He just want to be everybody on the team. The coach, the point guard. No, he's not a role player. But
right,
he's not gonna
ever accept that.
You're right, Mel. He's not a role player, but he should be a role player on this team.
He should at least be playing off the ball more. He should at least be doing that.
You've got D'Angelo Russell, who is a solid NBA former All-Star guard.
He won't play off the ball. Look at him when he plays Saturday night. How many times that dude brought the ball up the court?
I mean, do they want him to carry a Keisha, or is it LeBron? And LeBron couldn't play for Tibbs because
I got a question. For her. Who gonna tell LeBron that he shouldn't be doing it?
Right. Because
that's the point.
LeBron has
who's telling LeBron don't bring the ball up as much, or you got to change your role? Who in that Laker organization is telling him that? Nobody. That's the problem. LeBron runs the Lakers. He runs it. Nobody's going to tell him that.
That's why Magic had to get out of there.
That's why.
Well, that's definitely why Magic got out of there. Magic saw what Rob Pelinka was doing and giving the keys to LeBron, and he said, "Yeah, I gotta go." D'Lo is a bum. No,
he's not a bum. No, he's not.
No.
D'Lo can ball. D'Lo can ball.
D'Lo has been great on every team he's been on except the Lakers.
He's suffering from what Westbrook suffered from. When you play with a ball dominant LeBron James, you're used to being the point guard, or you're used to having the ball in your hand, your game is going to suffer. Westbrook they was calling him Westbrick. We were calling him Westbrick. He goes to the Clippers. This dude is back to who we know him to be, coming off the bench, and the Clippers are in the top 3, top 4 out west now. He was playing with LeBron, his game went down. D'Angelo Russell, same thing. He was good before he got there. Now he goes and plays next to LeBron, a ball-dominant 39-year-old LeBron James. His game is up and down. He can't be consistent. So, no, I disagree with that.
Listen, you got to remember, even in Miami, when they had their big three, Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, it didn't work at first. It wasn't until D Wade went to LeBron and said, "Bruh, I know this is my team, but I'm giving you the keys." That's when it began to work.
But now LeBron is not at that stage in his life anymore. He has to trust the other players. He's got to trust the point guard.
Agreed, Keisha. It's absolutely about mindset. And if the mindset is, because I have no doubt that LeBron wants to win. My issue is I believe LeBron wants to win his way. He's not adaptable. He does not, to me, he does not easily adapt to situations that allow him to not be viewed as the number one option at all times.
Listen, that's why he had the problem with your Miami Heat. One, he wanted to fire Spo. He went to Pat Riley and tried to get Spoelstra fired. Do y'all remember that?
Correct. Yeah. And Riley threw them out of his office.
Right. And Riley said, "No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the Miami Heat way, which is my way." And
but
that's why LeBron got beef with him.
The Spoelstra is the only coach that LeBron has ever actually played for in terms of coach with a cachet.
Right.
Like he had Brown at first in Cleveland. And that was okay. But again, young coach at the time deferring to LeBron James. He goes to Miami. Now he's got to deal with Spo. It took them a while to get it together. And when he bought in, they won. But he played within the Miami Heat system. He goes back to Cleveland. He's got David Blatt. He gets David Blatt fired after
and then he gets
after
Ty
being #1 overall the year before and a 30-11 record the second year because he had an issue with the coach. He got Blatt fired and brought in his boy Tyronn Lue, who became a great coach. But let's be real, Tyronn Lue owed LeBron a debt of gratitude for getting him that job, so he let LeBron do what he wanted to do while he was there.
Absolutely.
He goes to LA. He could barely play for Frank Vogel. Again,
got Frank Vogel fired.
And now you've got Darvin Ham in there, a rookie coach who looks like a deer in the headlights because people say like Ham doesn't know what he's doing. I'm sure Ham is torn because he wants to coach his team, but he can't with LeBron there. He can't coach his team. Listen, no LeBron and the biggest indictment to me anyway. No LeBron, no AD last week. They blew out the Boston Celtics.
Because Ham was allowed to coach. That was a coach win.
Exactly.
Game plan was tight. Reeves played with confidence. D'Lo played with confidence.
D'Lo had a double-double in that game. That's why for people saying D'Lo is a scrub, no, he's not. That dude had a double-double. He had 14 assists in that game.
I agree with all. As a ball player, yes, if you have no heart, you can't lead me. I absolutely agree. But again, in moments like that where you've got a team that's trying to find its identity, you can't be the alpha at 39.
No.
You can't be. You cannot be the alpha at 39.
LeBron still thinks he's the face of the league, guys.
That's why I think LeBron is Kojic. LeBron is right. He don't want to let it go.
Well, he must be Kojic. He must have got a little Baptist in him.
No, he's Kojic. And Kojic, you don't retire. You pastor until you die.
They do it in Baptist church too, Doc.
Yeah, Baptist church too. They do. They definitely do.
They do it. Listen,
Jamal
my pastor, God rest his soul. He had a touch of Alzheimer's. He did not retire. He passed away. He did not give up that pulpit. He did not receive a pension.
That's what they do. Jamel agrees that LeBron should play off the ball. Absolutely.
He should play off the ball, man.
And Bishop Woodall, you got to stop saying D'Lo is a bum. He is absolutely not.
He's not a bum.
He's absolutely not a bum. Mario Chalmers, yes.
Rio was a bum.
Right. Now Mario Chalmers is no D'Angelo Russell.
And this guy's on the podcast blasting Braun. Did y'all see that? I'm like, Rio, be quiet. You better be glad you was able to get on the court.
Right.
I want Keisha on this show because she's a LeBron fan, and I hit the link in the what's the name in the chat.
Was it the updated link? The one that he sent out.
Keisha, check your inbox. I sent you the.
She got a LeBron James tattoo on her neck. No,
she don't.
No, what, David? No.
It say LBJ.
Oh my God. So let's continue. LeBron told AD this is your team.
It's like that.
But AD gives me Dwight Howard vibes. He does not want.
AD don't want a team. AD can't handle a team.
AD does not want to be the alpha. But again, that's LeBron's fault because he hitched his twilight years to AD. He went to LA and got AD to come with him. That's LeBron's fault. Why LeBron should be a player and not a general manager?
Well, hold on.
He did that to himself. He put himself in the position to where at 39 he has to carry a team because he hitched his wagon to a player who does not want to be the alpha.
I don't know if that's true because on Saturday, AD looked like he was leading that team.
AD had 10 points.
No, but he was leading that team defensively. Like he did what he had to do without.
He did the dirty work on Saturday. LeBron was leading that team on Saturday.
Yeah, LeBron had 26. He was the one scoring down. Him and the white boy was carrying
Reeves.
him down the stretch.
Yeah. Look, don't get AD was strong defensively against us on Saturday. Now, AD didn't. Now that's the same AD who didn't do that against Julius Randle in LA earlier in the year. See what I mean? You can do that against Precious Achiuwa.
Inconsistent.
Man, I really, really wish we had our squad on Saturday. We would have
smoked them. We would have probably smoked them. Who will tell MJ that? Tell MJ what, Keisha? Keisha, you need to come on here. Come on. Just get the.
Well, I think she's making the comparison.
Well, I'll tell you who told MJ that. Jerry Krause told him that. Because Jerry Krause said, we got to move on from this.
Jerry Krause had already made we all watched The Last Dance. Jerry Krause had already made the decision. No matter what happens this year, I'm blowing up this team. I'm blowing up this team.
He did not want to become the Boston Celtics of the 80s. And I can understand.
Where they aged out. Absolutely true. And that's a very good point, Dave. I applaud that point because that's very true. The general manager had a backbone.
The owner had a backbone.
The owner, Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner had a backbone.
Absolutely.
And they said, we love you, Mike. You are the greatest of our era, but we're not going to get caught with our pants down. We're going to rebuild now. So you decide what you want to do, but I'm not bringing this team back. If you want to come back, you can come back, but I'm not bringing this team back.
Right. You want to be here for the rebuild? We'll bring you back for the rebuild.
Right. You might. You got us 6 championships, but we're rebuilding. And Mike decided he would rather retire than go through a rebuild.
We'll keep giving you 1 year, $33 million contracts. We'll keep giving you 1 year.
They would have. They didn't mind that. They would have. But they said they had already said they weren't bringing Scotty back. They wasn't even bringing Phil back.
That's why Phil called it The Last Dance.
Yeah, they had made their decision, and this is the problem. LeBron goes to places where he can run the front office. They tell them what to do, except for Miami.
They didn't want Phil, the witch doctor.
I mean, think about it. Phil, listen, I got a hot take. LeBron didn't go back to Cleveland so he could win one for Cleveland. LeBron went back to Cleveland because he wanted to get away from Pat Riley. He wanted to get away from Riley and Spo because there's accountability in South Beach. They're not going to let you do what you want to do in South Beach. You're going to play within their system. And his ego is so big, he didn't see that the titles he got in South Beach were because of the system and not because of him. Because, he got one in Cleveland only because KD went down and Draymond got thrown out of Game 6. Thrown out of Game 5 and suspended for Game 6. And he got one in LA because it was a bubble.
That's it.
So, of a truth, the 2 championships that LeBron had
in Miami,
ones he got in Miami, those are the 2 in Miami are the only true championships. The others you can put asterisks next to them. Quite honestly.
Yeah, but in history they're not going to do that.
No, of course not. I'm
no, but you're right.
What I'm saying is it's conjecture. But when you think about it, as someone who, as we are students of the game and players of the game. LeBron, this is classic LeBron. LeBron, for all of his greatness, and please, individually, he is absolutely one of the greatest of all time. Absolutely. But he has not really won a championship outside of a real system.
That's why it wouldn't work here. It wouldn't work here in New York.
Right.
Because he's going to want to.
Tibbs. I said, he could play for Tibbs.
He's going to want to run the front office. That's not going to work here.
Tibbs going to look at him like,
what?
Yeah, no.
What is Woodall saying?
He said he's questioning us as ball players because we don't think D'Angelo Russell's a bum, and he's not. D'Angelo Russell was an all-star in this league.
D'Angelo Russell's not a bum.
D'Angelo Russell has been good everywhere except LA. No, I won't even say he hasn't been good at LA. He's been inconsistent in LA because he plays with LeBron.
You can't be consistent playing next to LeBron. You can't. Because he dominates the ball.
D'Angelo Russell is a point guard.
Wait. Are you saying that D'Angelo Russell never led any team? You live in New York. D'Angelo Russell led the Brooklyn Nets.
Sure did.
He got the contract.
He got the money because of the 2 years that he spent leading the Brooklyn Nets.
Right. That's how
Wasn't
he
he
got
an
the
all-star
money.
with the Nets?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And he was killing the Knicks when he was there.
Oh, he was murdering us.
He was killing us.
I was watching D'Lo going, I wish we had a point guard like this.
Yes. He was bodying the Knicks when he played in Brooklyn.
But he's not allowed to be a point guard in LA.
No,
Kobe
he
wasn't the
didn't.
same way. Well, no, Keisha, Kobe was the same way, but here's the difference. When Kobe played, the owner of the Lakers was still alive. You got to remember that. Dr. Jerry Buss was still alive, and he didn't play that either.
And Kobe was a different player. Come on now. Kobe was an assassin.
Absolutely.
Okay?
He didn't get into the front office stuff.
Yeah. Kobe didn't try to run the team.
No.
Kobe wasn't trying to stack his team. Kobe was like, give me the players, and I'll make the determination who going to get the ball tonight and who not. And if they don't
when Kobe
practice,
reached
I'm
that,
playing.
when he reached that level, he didn't have it no more. He said, "I'll stick around for the rebuild."
Yes.
Yep. And
He
Kobe's
stuck
attitude
around.
was, Kobe felt like his work ethic, he could allow his work ethic to rub off on anybody on his team. So he was like, just get me the horses. I'm going to show them how to work and be great.
Right. And if they don't, I'm going to show them how to work and be great. I'm going to take over whenever I feel it. And listen, Kobe didn't mind retiring a Laker. He didn't mind if the team was good, if the team was bad. He already determined he was retiring as a Laker. LeBron will leave you flat and go play across the street if he can get a ring.
But I can't blame LeBron all the way, because some of this is from his early days, because the last point guard he trusted, I think his name was Delonte West.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
No, David, no.
No. The last point guard he
No.
trusted was Kyrie Irving.
Yes, that's correct. The last point guard.
But continue. I know where you're going with this.
Kyrie is the point guard, y'all. It's Delonte West.
He got issues with point guards.
He got family issues.
Yeah, he has family issues.
He got a thing against point guards, you know.
Woodall said no, it was LeBron's wife that wanted out. Please don't come to me with this argument, because listen, if I'm worth $1 billion, Charmaine is going wherever I say we're going.
Right.
You really put that up, Bishop? Did Bishop Woodall really put that up on the screen?
There it is. Yep, there it is.
No, Bishop. Come on, man.
I don't care what Savannah James wanted.
Come on, Bishop. You cannot be serious. You gonna blame this on Savannah? You gonna blame his exit from Miami on Savannah?
On Savannah. And Miami at that. Who would want to? I've just won 2 championships. I'm on a team that's essentially a dynasty. I'm in a state where there's no income tax. I'm leaving. I'm in Miami.
Bishops.
Where am I going?
Guys,
From what
y'all, we were analyzing the rings. Let's be honest. Even that other championship he got was because of Ray Allen.
The second championship for Miami.
If Ray Allen don't hit that corner 3
against San Antonio,
they lose that series.
That's
correct.
When
Ray Allen came down the court and said, "Put that trophy away."
Yes. It was Ray Allen. Ray Allen won that series. I know Bron got MVP, but Ray Allen won the series.
He did. That is very true.
We can call that ring into question too.
Now to Woodall's point, I did hear that Bron went to LA because
Savannah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Savannah was thinking about getting into acting and the whole business stuff that she was doing. It was more it was better for her to be in LA. Plus, LeBron was doing a lot of stuff in LA at the time, as far as music and movies and all that stuff. So it wasn't just her. I think it was a collective. It was a family decision.
He went where he wanted to go.
That was when he left Cleveland. We talk about when he
left
Miami and went back to Cleveland.
We ain't talking about that piece. You right, Bishop.
Because
You're right
remember,
about that part.
because
I
remember,
did hear that.
he took less money to go back to Cleveland, and he went back on a 1-and-1 deal, 1 year with a player option.
He went back to Cleveland because he knew he could win it with Kyrie. They had a squad. That was a squad that could do it.
I don't disagree with that.
Now, granted,
he had everything in Miami.
Yeah, but remember, Chris Bosh, there was some issues going on with Chris.
He still had Dwayne Wade.
No, that's not enough. That wasn't enough for him.
And Kyrie Irving wasn't enough either. They had to go get Kevin Love.
They had a better chance of getting Kevin Love in Cleveland.
You could have gotten Kevin Love to Miami. You could have got a player similar to Kevin Love in Miami.
Get Kevin Love in Miami because remember at that time Kevin Love was a high-priced player. You can't get him because Chris Bosh wasn't retired. Chris Bosh was just having some medical issues.
Yeah, that kidney.
And don't forget they plucked 2 players off the Knicks.
Facts.
Don't forget that.
Facts.
Iman Shumpert and JR was on that team.
Facts.
Let's not forget those were 2 key pieces.
And quite honestly, those are the pieces that took them over the hump, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Let's not forget.
Those are the pieces that took them over the hump.
You got to think LeBron is very calculated. He knew
absolutely.
he was doing that in the sun. He knew that was going to go down. He knew he was going to be able to get JR and Shump into Cleveland. He knew he was going to be able to do that. So, hey, I wouldn't say that the Cleveland move was something crazy. He did that.
No, it wasn't crazy. We're just saying that LeBron's track record has never been to play for an actual coach with a backbone. That's and no, Keisha.
Other than
MJ did not have that privilege.
Spoelstra had the backing of Pat Riley.
Yep. And MJ didn't have that privilege. As we talked about, Jerry Krause and Jerry Reinsdorf had already decided they were tearing the Bulls down. So that's why 98 was the last dance, because that was going to be the end no matter what.
Only time he had that privilege is when he went to Washington.
When he went to Washington and he was
past
Abe Poland. Yep.
And he drafted Kwame Brown.
Which proved that Michael Jordan the player and Michael Jordan the executive are not the same person.
Not at all.
I better be quiet, Dave. I don't want Kwame Brown to come on here.
Yeah, he'll get you. And Jordan ruined Jerry Stackhouse's career too.
He sure did.
He did.
But now Jerry Stackhouse got to take a back seat.
Because you want to come out of retirement instead of just being the owner.
Somebody better tell Kwame Brown this is Brooklyn. We don't play that here. He could come.
Bro, did you see what he just did to Gilbert Arenas?
No.
I don't care what
when you get a chance, y'all go look up that interview. Oh my gosh.
Gilbert is a softie. Kwame Brown to get worked on out here. Don't play. I say whatever I want. He was a bum. He was a bum. And whoever's watching our show can tag him. Kwame Brown was a bum, a bust, and a buster. He was terrible.
Leave that country boy alone. Leave that country. Leave him where he at.
Dave, he'll come to New York with a gun. He sure will. Allegedly.
He got the sword out. Yo,
I will chop him up in so many pieces. I will chop him up in so many pieces. That boy is a young boy. He ain't got no wins over here. This is Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn.
Okay, let's stay on task, fellas. So
I'm just saying, ain't nobody scared of no Kwame on this show. I'm just saying.
No, nobody on the show is scared of Kwame Brown, please. But what else asking? So who's the alpha in LA? No one. They don't have one, which is part of their issue. But with LeBron,
they got one. It's LeBron,
LeBron. But we've decided LeBron is no longer an alpha.
Well, that's the point I'm making. That's the sad point. He does it, as we said. He can't accept that he's not. But that's their alpha. Their alpha is LeBron James. Look at what he did the 2 weeks ago when they played Golden State. Look, you can't tell LeBron that he's not the alpha. He believes he's still the alpha.
And that's just it. And to Woodall's point, and now to Keisha's, who's better than him right now, though? On that team, quite honestly,
Davis is better, but he won't. He won't
step up. He won't accept it. And quite honestly, that type of development can only happen for a player once, certain people are out of the way. I'm a Knicks fan. I will be the first to say it. But Linsanity doesn't happen if Carmelo doesn't get hurt. You never find out who those players are if you've got an alpha type player in place. At that point, Carmelo was the alpha, yes. But we would not have known how good Jeremy Lin actually could be if Melo doesn't get hurt.
And give credit, like we've been talking also, we talked about a system. The D'Antoni system finally worked when he got
He had the right point guard. He had the right point guard running that system. He finally had another Steve Nash type. He had another Steve Nash
type point guard who could read and pick and roll and read and read the defense ahead. And that's what the league is running now. Every team is running that offense now. But he had finally got a point guard, and we didn't know, like you said, didn't know about him until Melo got hurt.
And what I'm about to say, please don't take this as a disrespect to you. You were a point guard, you were a D1 point guard 40 years ago. That's just that's just reality. The game has shifted and changed. And listen,
don't you laugh, Davey Wright. Don't you laugh, Davey Wright.
I was a strong high school point guard 35 years ago almost. Yeah. 35 years ago. Like, we did this a long time ago. And comparing it to what's out here now, there's a difference in the skill set. And there's also a difference of the expectation for our positions. When I played point guard, I wasn't expected to do a whole lot of shooting. For me, it was get the ball to Junior and Kibu. That's the guys I played with in high school. Get the ball to Junior and Kibu and play strong defense on the opposing team's point guard. I had to lock down Booger. I had to lock down Steph. I had to guard those guys. That was my job. But when I played AAU during the summer, I was a scorer because I played in a system.
The point guard position has evolved.
It's evolved. It's
over
changed.
The last 15 years in the 10, 15 years in this league. Point guards weren't required to do as much. It was boom, boom. You was dumping the ball in the post most of the time. The game was played inside out. Now the game is outside in. That's what it is.
I don't think it's that D'Lo doesn't have confidence, Woodall. I think that LeBron's personality is so big that it casts a shadow over that team.
Okay, so then why didn't Westbrook work out there?
Right. LeBron's personality is just big.
If that's the case,
right?
Then why didn't
Westbrook is supremely confident.
And look what he's doing now. Look what Westbrook doing now.
That's what I said.
This is a man who told Frank Vogel in a practice.
Look at him.
There's a story out how during one of their early practices together, when they were in practice and they were doing 5-on-5 and LeBron took the ball out, that Westbrook stopped the practice and looked at Vogel like, yo, I'm the point guard. And Vogel was like, no, we're going to let LeBron bring the ball up. And he's like, but I'm the point guard. Like, that's not a confidence issue.
And they were making Westbrook just hang out in the corner and shoot threes. Until they started bringing him off the bench. When he was starting, he used to hang out on the short porch shooting threes because LeBron was dominating the ball so much.
There is no alpha in LA right now. And there's no way to develop it as long as the shadow called LeBron James is over that team. You can't develop anybody into an alpha. Listen, Julius Randle wasn't an alpha till he came to New York. And he had to be developed into one. Jalen Brunson was not an alpha until he came to New York and was allowed to develop into one.
Well, he was an alpha in college, though.
I mean, but yeah, right. But I'm saying in the NBA, he had it in him. He had it in him, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. D'Lo has shown that he has it in him, but it can't be done in LA.
And I'm gonna show y'all, LeBron can get just about any guy on his team that he wants, especially when he running the organization. But look at Chris Paul, his best friend, never wanted to play with him.
That's a true story.
That's a real point guard, and I love you, but I can't play with you because I know how you get down.
of all people, Chris Paul went to Melo's wedding and was like, "Yeah, here's to me, you to Melo." He said, "Here's to me, you and Amari forming a big three in New York." That was Chris Paul's plan. Chris Paul wanted to play with Melo and Amari. I don't even want to talk about that because if that had happened, things would be a lot different. Anyway.
I believe so. It just breaks my heart every time I hear it.
Yeah.
If you take Jason Kidd off that team and put Chris Paul on there, a prime Chris Paul with Tyson Chandler.
And Chris Paul and Melo is going to trust a prime Chris Paul. Melo is not going to be ISOing and everything. Chris Paul going to get him the ball in the spots he need. Okay, let's not.
Oh, Jamel, you are absolutely right. The Bulls were crazy for doing that. I agree with you. Everybody who has sense thought it was crazy, but I understand the logic behind.
I understand the logic.
I wouldn't have blown up the team if I was Reinsdorf. But again, the point was about the fact that it wasn't the players who wanted to run it back again. It wasn't the players running the team.
The owners took ownership of that team.
The owners took it on, and not for nothing. And as terrible as it was, this is why they booed the memory of Jerry Krause at the Ring of Honor ceremony a couple weeks ago.
And made his wife cry.
Because
that was disgusting, though.
It was disgusting. But the Chicago fans never forgave him for blowing up that dynasty.
And the last dance didn't help. That last dance opened up some wounds. And you come on, y'all know. Y'all listen. We could talk about the memory. It was the last. That last dance. That did it, man. Because I saw Jerry Reinsdorf like I never saw him before. But I still have respect for him looking at what he did. I was looking at how Mike talked to him and belittled him and everything. But I still respect him. Like, yo, the dude got him 6 chips.
See, Keisha and Bishop Woodall, y'all are looking through it from the lens of LeBron and not looking at it totally and holistically. LeBron James, for all of his greatness, again, we're not taking any of that away, but there is no 39-year-old athlete not named Tom Brady who has been able to lead a team on that level. And even with Brady, he understood that he had certain weapons and he had an elite defense that Bill Belichick gave him on the other side of the ball.
Even when
LeBron is trying to be the guy by himself. He can't do that anymore.
Kareem was late in his career when he was on the Lakers. He was old. Mm-hmm. But Kareem knew he wasn't the number one option.
It was Magic Johnson's team. Magic and
Worthy. He accepted that. LeBron won't accept that. That is ego. That is ego. LeBron, she said that's not ego. That is absolutely ego on LeBron's part.
You know she's a LeBron fan with a LeBron tattoo.
Listen, she can be a LeBron fan. Listen, you can be a fan of LeBron. He should have fans.
No, LeBron, I just want to confirm.
Stop calling this man Quincy AC, Dave. He wrote it down. Yo.
That's what he is today.
Why do you say that? Can you tell me why you say that?
He's saying today's LeBron is the equivalent of Quincy AC.
Because he is not.
I'm not joining you on that ledge, Dave.
He is not the star of a team. He needs to be a role player.
Agreed.
Of a team.
But he is not Quincy.
He don't need to be playing no 40 minutes a night at 39 years old.
Agreed. But he is not Quincy AC.
When Magic came back and played the second time, mm-hmm. How old was Magic?
Magic was like 35, 36.
And what position was he playing?
Power forward. Power forward.
Right? Mm-hmm. He played power forward.
Yep, he came back as a
forward. And he still was averaging almost a triple-double at that position, wasn't he?
Yep, he was.
Why can't LeBron do the same thing?
Because LeBron refuses to reinvent himself.
Okay. I just know Magic Johnson already did it. And he was a little younger than LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And LeBron has more skill than he does. So why can't LeBron go to the power forward and let D'Angelo be the point guard?
LeBron doesn't have to play no more. I don't know why he's still playing.
He wants to play with his son.
That's not going to happen. His son
It's not going to happen.
His son may not get drafted.
His son didn't get drafted by nobody.
Firstly,
somebody would draft him to put fans in the seats.
Absolutely.
But
that's a business decision.
Nah, bro. His son is trash compared to
Melo's son. Melo's
I'd rather have that boy with the one arm that cut here than that LeBron's son.
David,
David, I told you, don't come on this show.
Right.
Hold on. Y'all saw that had that thing?
David Wright, no. David Wright, no.
I told y'all, you can preach with one arm. We've seen it for years. You can play baseball with one arm. You can play football with one hand. But you are not playing basketball with no one arm.
Pastor Donald Francis, my brother, what's going on, bro?
Oh, God.
I hope you're not hearing this nonsense that's going on here tonight.
He just said you could. I've seen you preach with one arm for years.
I seen it done. I seen a person preach, and they would have a mic right here with that thing. But she wasn't playing basketball.
Get us out, D-Lo. Get us out of this.
LeBron James' son is not getting drafted in this league.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. And stop right there.
Butler, why you got your hair on your face? Take your hand off your face.
Nothing else.
Butler, take your hand off your face. Thank you.
Davey is crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Butler, I agree.
No,
yes.
Don't hide your faces. Come on out of there, Butler and the Cats.
Are you crazy?
Oh my gosh.
Let me say this. LeBron. Bronny is
listen, man.
I don't see him getting drafted. I see him probably getting signed.
Nah, he's getting drafted in the second round.
Second round?
Yeah,
Okay.
Somebody's gonna take him in a second.
Kai ain't gonna get
right, Mel. This is what's gonna happen. Y'all better get the Reverend right. He's gonna have y'all getting boycotted.
Oh, I know it.
I told Davey 2 weeks ago when he was on his show. When he was on his show talking about this kid with this one arm, I called him and I said, Davey, you're gonna have all of the special needs people coming to get you.
Coming to get you.
That's right. Lined up outside your church now.
Let them come. They can't get in unless they use the ramp anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
hey,
I wanna take a time to.
You want to hide for them? Just go some steps. Go some steps.
That's it. I'm muting Dave. I'm sorry. I had to mute you, Dave. I had to mute you. Why you love that? I didn't say leave. Just had to mute you real quick.
Put him back on the screen.
No, he left.
Oh God, why would you mute him? You can't mute the man.
I have to mute Dave sometimes. It was going left.
Oh, going left.
Look,
going.
The folks is telling him to sign off. Pastor Donald Francis is like, good night. No, I had to mute him.
Going left.
Oh my God.
He said, I've seen them preach with one arm.
David, come back. Come back, David Wright.
David is crazy.
David's out of control.
Butler, they said you too.
I didn't say nothing.
That's what somebody put up in the chat. It said Butler too.
What did I say? I didn't say anything. I don't. At least I don't think I did.
Yo, this show is way too much.
Said anything wrong?
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled.
No, we're not.
We are not getting canceled.
We're not going to get canceled.
We hitting the groove now. The numbers are going up higher. I had to mute Dave because he about to mess with the money. We about
the
to start.
The views are going up.
Now. The views is going up. You know, we put more content out. Like, I can't have Dave mess it up.
Woo. Yo, so okay. Pitches and catches is coming.
Pitchers and catchers report next week.
Next week.
Yankees make some moves to bolster their bullpen again.
I'm excited about our starting. I'm excited about our starting rotation.
Finally got some help behind Garrett Cole this year, so it looks like the Yankees are going to be strong.
Yeah, Mets are going to be bottom of the middle of the pack.
Mets are going to be middle of the pack.
Yeah. They're saying that Giancarlo
Stanton.
They're saying that he looks great.
I just need him to stay healthy.
He needs to stay healthy. I need 40.
See, okay. I knew there was a reason why I liked you, Keisha.
Okay,
I knew there was a reason why I liked you, even though
he actually likes the New York team.
So I knew there was a reason I liked you. So okay.
He actually likes the New York team.
Yeah, she said she's a Yankee fan.
He's a Yankee fan. Most people in New York like the Yankees, though.
I mean, it's hard not to.
It's hard not to.
The most storied franchise in professional sports. Most championships of any team in professional sports history.
Any team.
And so everybody looks great before the season starts. I mean, that's true. I mean, well, Jamal Lewis is a Met fan, so you know. But
yeah,
you know,
praying for them this year.
We're hoping the Mets will have a better faring than last year. They went all in. She said, but she's a Giants fan, not a Jets fan. Okay, that's fine. I'm not mad at the Giants. I'm not mad.
As
long as you didn't say you was a Patriots fan, you know, as long as she didn't say she was a Patriots fan, I'm good.
1 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah.
But and no, really, you got to come on the show one day and really rock with us one day. Keisha.
Got to come on.
Really got to come on.
I think that
fellas.
Thank you, Pastor Donald, my brother.
Super Bowl week, guys.
Who you got? So Brock Purdy or the other team? the Kansas City Taylor Swifts.
The Kansas City Swifts.
The Kansas City Swifts.
Mahomes.
You got Mahomes. You got Frisco.
I got Mahomes.
I'm gonna be honest. I still haven't made my choice yet, guy. I gotta wait till game time.
Yeah, I haven't made a choice yet. I'm leaning toward Mahomes though. I'm leaning toward KC just simply and because I didn't like what San Francisco looked like their last 2 wins in the playoffs.
Yeah, and do I trust Shanahan? I don't know.
Yeah, if I trust Shanahan. You can't let Mahomes get out to a 17-point lead because he's gonna blow you out.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm going.
Andy Reid get up 17 on you. You lost.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to Tracy Henderson's Super Bowl party at his church.
Mike McFadden's going with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Swifts. Greg Heflin's got the Niners.
Okay.
Jamal Lewis says already scripted Kansas City wins.
Deebo Samuels is a problem. That's why it's hard for me to because Deebo Samuel is a problem, man.
But if the Niners get down early again, they're not coming back against Kansas City.
No,
they got down early against Green Bay. They got down early against Detroit. You get down early to Andy Reid, you're not coming back.
Jamal Lewis, it's already scripted. The father got locked up last week. Yeah,
driving drunk, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Major League Baseball pitcher Pat Mahomes.
It's gonna be emotional. He's got
to win it for his dad. He's got to
win it for his dad, and then put on a free dad T-shirt after.
And then probably get on one knee and propose to Taylor Swift.
Donald said, not sure yet. Okay, who's having a Super Bowl party? If you're in New York, McFadden, Bishop Tracy Henderson has an amazing Super Bowl party every year.
How much is
it? Universal Temple.
It's $25 every year.
$25, but it's all you can eat.
Great food, all you can eat, great atmosphere, great vibe, and it's gonna be a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah, they're going to roll you out of there when you finish.
So if you're in New York City, not even just Brooklyn, if you're in the city, get over to Universal and hang out with Tracy Henderson and his crew over there.
Right on the corner of Eastern Parkway and Lincoln Place.
You might run into Bishop Butler over there on Super Bowl Sunday. This coming
I don't know
Sunday.
where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going for the Super Bowl. I don't know where.
Purdy has to finish the story like Cody. We didn't even get to that tonight. We started to, but then we went back to
Super Bowl
basketball.
party I was at with J Mac, that was the catch.
That was the Giants.
It wasn't a party, but yeah.
Right. We was.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It wasn't a party, but it was some good fried chicken going on.
Some great fried chicken that night, brother.
Keisha thinks the 49ers may surprise us.
But that was the catch. That was the catch game, right?
That was the catch game. We was watching the undefeated Patriots in the 9-7.
Listen, you saw Eli talking trash this week about Tom Brady. Like, yeah, Tom Brady is the GOAT, but I beat him twice.
All facts.
Can't nobody say that about Mike Jordan.
All facts.
Correct.
Can nobody can say they beat Mike Jordan in the finals. Nobody can say they took him to game 7. Nobody.
Keisha says she's just happy to see that the Eagles are not in it.
I hate the
No,
Eagles.
I'm just happy to see the Cowboys not in it.
I hate the Eagles. I hate the Dallas Cowboys.
I despise the Cowboys.
And we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We wouldn't be having this conversation if Aaron Rodgers didn't get injured.
Yes.
We'd be talking about Jets Niners.
We'd be talking about Jets Niners.
That's what we'd be talking about right now.
And we'd be talking about Salah going against his old team.
That would have been a lot of fun.
That would have been the storyline. That would and the old quarterback going against the young quarterback. That would have been the storyline.
Yep. The future versus the past.
Yes. Yeah.
She says she can't stand the Cowboys with a passion. Us either. So
I don't like Cowboy fans. I'm like, I know Stephen A goes off, but he's right. Cowboy fans are nauseating. They are
obnoxious. They are very obnoxious, especially for a franchise that has done nothing in forever. Greg Heflin said he's glad the Ravens lost. I'm not. I wanted to see Lamar Jackson get in the Super Bowl, but Lamar Jackson.
So unfortunate.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson really disappointed us. Yes, the Cowgirls. Lamar Jackson disappointed us. He really disappeared and made very bad decisions in that game, and I just don't even have the words.
The old Lamar showed back up. That's what happened.
Yeah, when the money was on the line, he turned it down in the McNabb. I mean, I hate to put it, but remember Donovan McNabb in that Super Bowl? That's a great
analogy.
He turned it down.
And you had Terrell Owens coming back from injury in his prime, and the dude, I forgot, he had over 100 yards in that game.
Yep, and just like Lamar had Odell Beckham Jr. coming back from an injury, still pretty much in his prime.
They didn't throw the ball till late in the fourth quarter.
Heflin said he's a Bengals fan. Yes, yeah. L, we're going to talk about it. Yes, L, we're going to talk about it. Let me solo L for a second while I talk. So,
at midnight, you can pre-order the album on all social media outlets. Okay, take me off the screen. Get out of here.
We just had to get that out. But no, we wanted him to get it out. Listen, February 14th, there's an amazing project dropping from our Bishop Butler, LB, called Family Dynamic. The album is a tour de force. It is probably one of the best hip hop albums. Notice I said hip hop albums, and I'm a hip hop head. I'm not talking about gospel hip hop. I'm not talking about regular hip hop mainstream. It is one of the best hip hop albums, period, that I've heard in a long time. It is very introspective. It is very transparent. It's going to grab you. It's going to grab you. And again, I'm not saying it because he's here. I'm not saying it because he's my brother. I'm saying it because I got to hear about a quarter of the project in its original incarnation. Some of the music has changed and obviously it's been mastered now. But being able to hear it on Saturday night, this past Saturday, he had a listening event in Brooklyn and in Queens. And I was able and blessed to be able to be there for it. Being able to listen to that project from beginning to end and see how each track is interwoven and it literally tells a story. It's like listening to a Lifetime movie. And I mean that in a great way because women love Lifetime movies. You know, you put a woman in front of Lifetime, they're gonna watch that movie because you're gonna get the craziness, you're gonna get the drama, you're gonna get the love story, you're gonna get the reconciliation, you're gonna get all of that wrapped up into one, and at the end there's a happy ending.
It's a Tyler Perry movie.
I was trying not to go there. I was trying to be nice, so I said Lifetime. But it's a very cinematic album, if that makes sense. Think in terms of Jay-Z's American Gangster album, which was a companion project that he did for the movie. If you just listen to this project and you never saw American Gangster, you could still get the feel of American Gangster without actually watching the movie because the songs are cinematic. Everything on this album, Family Dynamic, is cinematic. It's a cinematic project that it's. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Tomorrow, pre-order it. It drops February 14th. You're gonna be bumping it all spring and all summer long. You know, I got my favorite cuts off of it. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. But you know, we may do another live. We might do a Church Guy show where we just talk about our favorite songs from the album. But it is gonna be worth forget the stream because we all got Apple Music and Spotify and that. Go ahead and spend the $15 and just buy it.
$9.99.
You only doing that?
$9.99.
And get this, $9.99 in a world where nobody's doing more than 10 to 12 songs. It's 18 tracks. 18.
Which is a bargain,
tracks.
which is a straight bargain for $9.99.
And I was listening to it again today, and Elle said something at the listening party that made so much sense. And after listening to the album again today, there are no features on the album save for a couple of the hooks that are sung by they're features, but they're not really features because these are essentially this family. But you know, even the rappers that are on the project, they don't rap. David Gage Vieira, Deshaun, Radim Robinson, they just talk. And just their little pieces add to the cinematography. And I'm telling you, it's something that's going to bless you. If you're struggling in the area of relationship, you and your wife don't like each other right now, you and your significant other struggling, get Family Dynamic.
And if you're not struggling, you will. So get it anyway.
Get it anyway. Get it anyway and have it ready.
Have it on standby.
On standby.
Yeah, you missed it. You missed it, Jay. It was crazy. You missed it.
It was dope, Jay. It was Saturday
Nah,
night.
I hated that I missed it. Me and my wife was talking about it, man, because she had her prayer board going on Saturday, and then we had the kids. We didn't have nobody to watch them, but we trust me, we wanted to be there big time.
I know. Yelverton came through, yo. It was crazy.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
And he made some great points. Like I really wish we were videotaping that for like a documentary because that session was that just the listening session and
it was videoed. It was videoed. I'll get you all guys y'all release forms later.
I was saying, I'm gonna need a release form because we all made some great salient points in there. It's really an amazing project, and you're going to love it. And yeah, just get it. Just get it. Just get it. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, Family Dynamic on all platforms. Get it. Bishop J, what you got coming up?
Nothing really. I'm pretty much cool until March. March will be my church's 59th church anniversary, 59 years.
Wow.
So we will be next year will be the big one, 60. The church will be 60 years old. Hard to believe, man. It's going to be a great thing. We're looking to do something pretty great next year, but yeah, we're coming up on 59. The first 3 Sundays of March we will be celebrating. And then, of course, Palm Sunday. Normally we have Palm Sunday service out in Long Island, but this year, for the first time of me doing it, we're going to have Palm Sunday service in Brooklyn. It's going to be in Brooklyn, 209 Rochester, on Palm Sunday. So those are the next things that I have coming up.
What?
And
7 Last Words Palm Sunday?
7 Last Words Palm Sunday for the first time is going to be in Brooklyn.
Oh,
Now listen. Now listen. I got to do this for you. If you have never been to Jason McCants / Cynthia McCants 7 Last Sayings service, first of all, this is some of the most heavy-hitting preachers you will ever find are always on the lineup. Secondly, it is a ridiculous service every single year.
I used to get the invite to that.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to do it.
You used to get the invite when we were out in Long Island, and this year you were going to get the invite. But remember, I don't invite you to that, but you do come to my Thursday, my Monday.
That
Thursday.
Morning Thursday service.
You are invited to my Monday, Thursday. You've been on my Monday, Thursday. The trial, the cross, the tomb. You've been on that one.
That's a mighty joint right there, man. That service, I love that service.
Listen, that service is crazy.
I love that service.
So no, I don't invite you to the you ever, and I was going to try to.
You graduated from Palm Sunday.
I've graduated from
you graduated from
preachers to the 3 preachers.
Oh yeah.
See, that's something. You graduated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, I go for my brother by myself though, so it is.
Listen, we have a great time in it. The last 2 years we've done that service, crazy, bonkers.
Yeah. This year my wife is back.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be real ugly on that Thursday.
No. This past year my wife was back. It was ugly.
Oh no, I saw that. I watched that one live, and I was sitting in my living room like, this nigga is killing in here right now. He's absolutely murdering.
It was crazy. Him, James Jones, McCray.
Yeah, everybody was great. Everybody was great. But when he got up, I said, "Yep, he's home."
Yeah,
he
kept saying it. He said, "My wife is with me tonight."
I said, "It's all downhill now.
My mojo
it's all over now."
When me and my wife got together, my mojo came back, y'all. I'm telling you. But didn't we say you was on it this year, Jay?
Well, I'm working on it. I gotta work on it because McCray said he can't be on it this year, so I'm working on it. I got it. So there's a slot open.
Really?
So what you got, Butler, Jones, and you need one more?
I need one more. That slot is open.
You know, these people that live out in Virginia, they don't travel up here.
Yeah,
that is not true. That is
Thursday,
so not true.
Thursday night services.
Now, Thursday night services are very hard to do.
But it's the Thursday before Good Friday. So I know in the South, a lot of those businesses ain't open on Good Friday.
I was going to say this year actually probably wouldn't be difficult because I actually got to preach in Brooklyn on Good Friday. So I'm in town the next day.
I got to do Brownsville on Good Friday.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
That's good.
It's going to be a good situation.
I got to do Brownsville on Good Friday, and I think I have the last word. And y'all know I don't do those 7 last words no more. I don't really do them. It's a little troublesome.
Well, I do them, but I like my lineup because it's us. It's our constituents on.
Well, I mean,
that makes sense. I
mean, I don't preach them, and if I do preach it, I screen the lineup.
You got to though. You have to though. You do. You absolutely do.
You absolutely do. You can't put me up with the youth minister from the
right.
Yeah,
doing it.
Like that's not gonna work.
Yeah,
that's absolutely not going to work. I mean, you can't have the bishops.
That's not to toot my own horn. That's not. It's just. I remember being a youngster, and the 7 last words was. It was a war zone.
It's a nice way of putting it.
That's
a nice way of putting it.
It was minefield. You had to dodge mines out there.
Whoa! Like you had to You had to come heavy.
Listen, remember we used to be out in Reverend Zella's, even out there.
Even
It was
out
me,
there,
you and
man.
it was me, you and Jamel Moore. Just the three of us alone was on that.
Since this is a sports show, that was the sport of preaching.
I used to call that week the Preaching Olympics.
The preaching Olympics. It was
And Good Friday was the triathlon because you were gonna preach at least 3 services.
It was.
I used to preach 4 to 5.
There you go. Yep.
I used to do like 4 to 5 services on Good Friday.
Same here. And like I said, now it's gotten to the point to where it's the whole week. So from Palm Sunday to Good Friday, you're preaching every day.
Not me.
Literally every. Well, not anymore. No, but we all did it. We all did it.
Because Saturday, I'm telling you, when I used to finish preaching on Friday night, I would lay in the bed all day Saturday. I wouldn't be no good.
Ain't doing nothing.
I just want these young preachers to get a different book other than the Thomas Pink book. Arthur Pink. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Arthur Pink. Yeah.
I want them to get a different book other than the Arthur Pink. Ain't but so many times you can preach this and stuff. Like, yo.
You got to get some revelation, man.
I remember being at one service and one guy was preaching that
You preaching directly out of the book.
Yeah, ready word
verbatim?
for word. I was there with you. I was there with you, Butler. I was there.
Wow.
I was there. We were on that lineup, and we looked at each other and said, "Is he reading out of the book?" I was there.
Not directly out the book.
That word verbatim.
Arthur Pink preached that night, not that preacher. And I ain't saying no names, but not that.
I'm not either.
No names. No names.
Arthur Pink preached that night, yo. And I was like, yo, I'm so glad I lost my Arthur Pink.
Yeah, because somebody you was going to hear it somewhere.
I lost that book. I don't know where it's at now.
And I never tried to find it again. I never tried to look for it.
You didn't need it. You didn't need it.
No, there was some times when I didn't need it. I did need to read it. I wasn't preaching it, but I did, like, you know, I would read it. I'm a reader though.
But what people have to understand is books like that are not written for you to preach out of it. They're designed for your study and to inspire inspiration for your preaching.
Right.
To make you look at something a certain way so that you can go study it and receive a download from it yourself. Not to take the book and preach.
I gotta preach tomorrow at Rehoboth.
Oh yeah, you sure do. You are on that line.
And y'all pray for me. I'll be going out. That's right. The 10th, I'll be going out to Ohio. Big Baptist church out there, Sandusky. I'll be going out there to preach. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, Godspeed and safe travels. We know it's going to be well. You bless them Baptist people real well. Bless them real well.
Just don't smoke a cigarette after church.
or take a shot of cognac.
That doesn't happen now. That was back in the day.
But they still got the cognac, though. They still got the cognac.
They don't do it after church no more. They smoke that cigarette during the offering.
Listen. They don't do that no more.
No, that's the old Baptist church.
Yes, that's the old Baptist.
For Bishop Raymond Whitaker.
Yeah, I had him at my conference. He did very well.
Yo, that night I was preaching that night too, and I was gonna try to hook up with y'all so we could go to Terrell's gathering.
And I went over there after we was finished. I went to his. He was shocked that we walked in the door. So when we were done, I went over to Glen Terrace.
That particular night, I was preaching for Bishop McKinney Green, and I wound up mixing the oil that night.
And it was pouring down rain that night too.
Yeah. So
wait,
like that.
How do you end up doing the mixing of the oil that you wasn't scheduled to do?
No. It was scheduled.
Oh, it was scheduled. Okay.
Yeah, that was scheduled.
Because I'm about to say,
I need to get up mixing the oil for my service for my church this month. I need to do it. I need to get somebody to do it.
I got you, bro.
Monday morning.
I'm about to say you got El sitting right there.
I got you. You can do it.
All right, let's. I'll hook
And
it
I know
up. We'll
Set
do
the
it.
dates up and make
I
it
know where to
happen.
get everything too.
Y'all
Say it
forgive
again?
us.
And I know where to get everything at too.
Oh, you finally know where to get the stuff at now. So we don't have to rely on nobody else no more.
I got a guy.
You got a guy. He's got a guy. Yeah, listen, you got to have a guy in this business.
His store is the store that I go to is actually very, very good, to the point
Okay.
where I started buying other stuff out of there, like soaps
Oh.
and stuff like that. It was just amazing, holistic store.
Awesome.
Amazing store. So Jay, whenever you want to do it, we'll do it.
I want to do it one of these Sundays of the month. If we can, if whatever Sunday morning you're available. I know you be preaching out. You check your Sunday morning. If we can do the last Sunday of the month, that'll work.
That's the Sunday I preach for
See,
Raymond
that's what I'm
Whitaker.
saying. You so busy, man.
Nah, but I mean, this is the second Sunday and the third Sunday. We could do it one of those Sundays.
Let me check the third Sunday.
What time you start?
If not, you can come this Sunday. I'll tell me what I got to do to get the stuff.
We'll talk offline.
Yep.
Because I can't. This Sunday is actually the best Sunday to do it.
If I can make you throw me a flyer together so I can let the people know, they'll be glad, because they've been asking me. I haven't done an apothecary at my church. It's been a long time. I had Nelson do it for me. That was about 6 years ago. That's the last time I did one at the church.
Bishop Designate McLaren, what's going on, sir?
Hi, Bishop. Ark City.
Ark City out there in Jersey.
I'm waiting
Big
for him to
things.
send me some stuff because he needed me to do some stuff for him. I'm waiting for him to send it to me.
Uh-oh.
And anybody that needs preaching garments,
I was about to say, he got some mighty looking preaching garments that he designed in there. They're very mighty.
He calls it a little something to cover the flesh.
A little something to cover the flesh.
Something to cover the flesh. Yeah, he think we don't walk, we not seeing it, but a little something to cover the flesh.
I see it. I told him to make me a couple. I ain't heard from him yet.
I like that. I like that red one, Bishop, with the black stripes.
The red and black one, yeah. That red and black one is nice.
That look good on me, Bishop. That look good on me, Bishop.
He only makes stuff for his friends.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So we're not okay. I like the black one too with the black bands. I like that black one. That nice little satin looking black one too. I like that too. Yes, sir. It's just something to cover the flesh.
I'm actually his family. That's Artel's cousin.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I ain't seen a measuring tape up in here yet.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Tread lightly.
Bishop Butler, please tread lightly, my friend.
I ain't seen a measuring tape yet.
Well, listen, he ain't look out for his brother either. He ain't look out for me.
Not a fabric, nothing. But you know what, though? You know what? I gave him a little secret of mine. And I showed him a place where he can get some stuff. And I ain't seen a measuring tape up in here yet.
He said you got a spirit.
He said you got a spirit.
That ain't no spirit.
He said, that's my cousin, and he got a spirit.
No, I don't like it. It's okay. I know what I'm going to do.
And he be putting up that stuff, too. Just a little something to cover the... I'm like, wow.
Let me tell you something. Because I'm slim, that stuff will look great on me.
Listen, I got a nice little build in the upper body. It'll look great on me, too.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. I preach
and give him the credit, right? And send everybody to him.
And I'm gonna pay for my stuff. It's okay.
Right. I'm a walking billboard.
Sean Spotswood, that's one of my students.
What's going on, Spotswood?
At Dominion.
I got one more. I got a year and a half left. I'm supposed to be graduating May of 25, y'all.
All right.
Boy.
It's that time.
Y'all pray for your boy.
Here we go. I got you, cousin. Don't worry. I'll get you fixed soon. Brother Bishops, I got y'all covered.
Well, Well, you know
got this flesh covered.
So mark your calendars for 2025.
Not 2025. What?
He can't do nothing for nobody. He's preaching everywhere all the time.
And he's about to get consecrated. So
and he's about to get consecrated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go there.
Too busy right now.
Well, we got a few consecrations coming up this year, huh? Got a few. Yeah.
Who else is this year?
Gertman.
Gertman's in a few weeks.
Gertman is being consecrated May 18th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Monique Ross.
Yeah,
March 9th.
Yeah, Ross, Bishop Wright, right?
Yeah, Monique Ross is March 9th. Jonathan is in May as well. Jonathan, put your date down. Put your date up here on the screen, Jonathan.
He gonna hold his comments behind the live.
No.
This is a show you can say whatever you want on.
It's a safe.
Go ahead and say
if Davey Wright can say what he, if Davey
Listen,
Wright
stuff
can say
that
what
David
he
said on here tonight and
Jesus.
many other nights. This is a free place. This is a free place, McLaren.
McLaren, put your date for your consecration up on the screen.
Yeah, put your consecration and put the information for your consecration in there so we can post it up on the screen.
And then the fellowship is consecrating Reuben Thompson on March
16th.
16th. That's the week after.
It's a Saturday.
May 17th is Sean's birthday. Okay.
He said his comments say holy. He dare not dishonor the bishops.
Lord help. Lord help.
So Knicks win again tonight. Thursday night, we're back on now. Thursday, we're gonna have a lot to cover Thursday night because there's a lot going on Thursday, both in the basketball world.
Well, if we make a trade, we need to go on when the trade is made.
Can't go on with the trade. I will be at my 9 to 5, so I cannot go. But there will be content being created throughout the day. So anytime you get a Woj bomb, you're gonna get something from the church guys as well, because we will be making content all day long. So these guys will be sending me videos to edit and put up. Sponsor said I need to join us. So yes, please join us. The Church Guys Sports Show. We mostly after Knick games. Join the movement. Like us on Facebook. Like us on YouTube. Like our content.
Time out.
This
is not a fellowship. This is a sports.
Not that kind. I know.
Gotta use your words lightly around here, brother. Use your words. It's a bunch of bishops on a screen talking about. You use the word fellowship with three bishops. You got a vice. You got two vices and a presider, depending on whoever it is, right? Three bishops is what it takes to make a bishop. No, this is a sports show.
It's a sports fellowship. It's the fellowship of brethren.
I totally concur.
This is a sports show. This
rumors, you'd be surprised. The littlest comment.
The rumors get started. Okay,
May 25th.
Yes, the Grand Episcopal celebration of the Grand Episcopal celebration of the Jonathan Assad McLaren, May 25th, 2024 at 11:45 a.m. Yeah, we plan on being there, bro. We got you. We will be there.
May 25th.
We'll be in place, fully vested and ready to go. I must like you because I don't go everywhere, McLaren.
Oh yeah, y'all know I don't go everywhere. Y'all know McLaren. Y'all know I live in
Virginia, right? And I live in Virginia, so
that's a few days from my banquet.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
That's a few days from my banquet, but I'll be there.
Is that the last Saturday in May, or is it next to last?
It's the last Saturday in May because Butler's banquet is the last Friday in May, which is the following week. McLaren is actually on. It's actually Memorial Weekend.
Yeah,
it's Memorial Weekend. He's. I know you don't, bros, but I was at all. Yes, you were. You were at all of our consecrations. That is true.
He sure was.
You were at all of our consecrations.
He was right there.
Yeah.
At, what's the Baptist church we used to go to?
Mount Lebanon.
Mount Lebanon.
He was right there, Mount Lebanon for mine.
You don't know how
was. Yeah.
I wanted to get consecrated in that church so bad.
At Lebanon, really?
Mount Lebanon is such a beautiful sanctuary.
The artistry.
But you got Mount Sinai.
That was nice too.
You
Yeah, Mount Sinai wasn't no pushover church, man.
Right.
Nice too. I looked at a picture the other day and I seen 60 bishops.
It was a lot of them. It was a lot of them. Yep.
Listen, I had a bunch of bishops at mine. You know,
had,
even the late Ford was there. Bishop Ford was
Ford,
there.
Ford signed your documents.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bishop Ford signed my proclamation documents, and it's those last documents he signed.
I was just telling a friend of mine that story about L's proclamation and how.
Yes,
Bishop,
you were, McLaren.
Bishop
you were in the balcony. Yes.
Yep. Bishop Ford walked in the room. It was teasing L about crying before the service started.
Not gonna say what he said.
No. We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say what he said.
Didn't say what he said.
But I just told another bishop that story.
I was overwhelmed. It was a Monday night, a proclamation, and it's bishop after bishop after bishop walking through the door. I was like, and I had a lot going on during that time. You know, people was talking about I had people pregnant. Like it was just crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot happening.
And
but he was good until Uncle Andy walked through the door. When he walked through the door, he lost it.
No. I broke down. See, now you're gonna make me tell the story. I actually broke down. I actually got a little overtaken when Mitchell Taylor walked in the door.
Yeah, but it broke completely once Bishop Ford walked in.
Mitchell Taylor walked in the door.
You was tearing at that point. Yes, you were tearing.
And Bishop Whitaker was holding me.
That's my guy, Bishop Taylor. That's my guy.
Right. He was like, I wasn't my full self. I was just getting out the hospital, McLaren. I wish I had a little strength. I was just getting out the hospital. But I did pass the mic around too because I was tired. But Bishop Whitaker was like, it's gonna be okay. You know, he's like, we got you, we here. And Bishop Ford comes in and says, you already in here crying like a little bee.
Yo, we was hollering.
And then he looks at Bishop Whitaker and says, and you got this one over here holding you.
That was Bishop Andy Ford.
Yep.
One and only.
The whole office just cracked up, man.
It was great. Except for L, who was crying. Like
I had no idea that would be the last time we seen him alive, though.
Yeah.
My proclamation was crazy too. I mean, that day.
It was.
Jay, you preached my proclamation.
I preached the mantles. Yeah. I preached the mantle. Yeah, and my service was just crazy. It was just ridiculous. I mean, all I remember was a bunch of bishops just being around me. That's all I remember.
I tell you what I remember. I remember Michael Turpin jumping off the pulpit.
Yes.
Like he was jumping off of the third rope.
Yeah, he was excited to say the least.
Just a little bit.
And he grabbed Jason, and I said, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him before he gets this magenta shirt. He'll be dead.
Listen, it was so crazy in there.
It'll be a posthumous.
People was walking out of there saying, this should have been the consecration. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
How about that?
They were walking out. Everybody was like, this felt like the consecration. It was crazy. But that's what Bishop Figueroa knows what he's doing, man. That's he knows how to see things and make them special.
Absolutely.
That's what he does. That's the gifting. And everybody don't have that gift. He can see something before it happens. And tell you, this is what's going to happen. And you be sitting there like, yeah, all right. Okay, Bishop.
but he be dead on.
And then it happens.
He be dead on.
That's what I'm.
Who's that?
Archbishop.
Archbishop Figueroa.
he be dead on. He
He'll
sees
it's gonna
it.
happen like this.
He sees
And
it before it happens.
you have a little doubt inside of you, and next thing you know, it happened just the way he said,
Listen,
or if not better.
Listen, I didn't know I was consecrated until I finally saw my documents framed on Saturday because, like, literally, Bishop Keyfright didn't even get to preach.
Yeah.
That was your proclamation, right?
No, that was my consecration.
Well, no. Your consecration.
The consecration was done. I don't even know. I still don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I saw it live. I can tell you what happened.
You're gonna have to tell us.
It was like, okay, we going past this. Let's go. Let's vest them right now.
It's all James Jones's fault.
Because the Holy Ghost was in there so heavy.
James Jones got in the mic and shouted, "The breaker is here," and the Holy Ghost just swept through that place, and there was nobody left standing.
Matter of fact, I came there. I was in my Civic. I came there the day you got consecrated. I was there. Yes. I was there. Because I left because
McLaren, it was 1 to 100 to 10 to 10,000. It was
so what happened that day was this. What happened that day, because I know I was presiding over the service. Something happened and we shifted. And I called Diamond Jenkins up to read the Archbishop's letter. And she couldn't read the letter.
Right, because Jones had prayed right before that. And right at the end of his prayer, it shifted. No, because you called her right after Jones was in the mic. And that's where it started. You came back. You tried to move the service to the next point. Nothing was happening after that.
Right.
Nothing.
And then at some point, now mind you, this is early in the beginning of the service.
Right. The beginning of the service. Nothing
we
has happened yet.
20 minutes into the service.
It's like right after praise and worship. Like that's it. Like
yo, it was so insane.
It was the processional, and then it went nuts. Like literally.
And so I gave the mic back to Jonesy.
Mm-hmm.
And Jones,
it just
I don't know, like it just got really, really ugly in there. Like real, and it happened fast to the point where the next thing I know, we was just throwing vestments on people.
Pretty much.
Because it was overseers and
me and Harvey.
We was just throwing.
You and Derek Harvey. I was watching. I'm telling you, I was there. Well, I would know. I was on the live for that.
Oh no, we pouring the oil on you, McLaren.
Make sure my mic ain't crooked. Listen, we go.
I almost said something. I thank God. I almost said something.
Don't you do it, Davey, right on here. Don't you do it?
Millicent Hunter is preaching his consecration.
She's a good one.
We in good hands. We all right.
Oh, she's a good one.
Yeah, we in good hands.
It's a new season.
It's
a new day. That was her broadcast every Sunday morning. That was the song. It's a new season.
It's gonna be a mighty consecration.
So McCants, hold your peace.
It's a new season. It's a new day. That was her broadcast every Sunday morning.
But yeah, it's gonna be a mighty thing. May 25th. Join us for the consecration of the Jonathan Assad McLaren. The grand Episcopal celebration.
Yes, the grand.
Oh, wait, no. She said no, she's the co-consecrator. Bruce Parham. We're still in good hands then. We still in good hands.
I had Bruce Parham at my bishop's ball singing.
So yeah, we still in good hands. So it's gonna be a situation.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be a situation.
We are looking
forward to that.
He do one of them. He do one of those.
So we're looking forward to a great time in the Lord. Let me set up the week for you with our show. Obviously, look for some new content tomorrow just during the day. Then Thursday, all day long, there'll be content being posted. NBA trade deadline. Knicks have a game that night. the WWE has their kickoff press conference, which I thought was brilliant to take it to Vegas to do it right in the midst of Super Bowl week. Absolutely brilliant job by Triple H.
WWE's gonna
and
have
his
a
team.
problem. I know we're not talking about it tonight. WWE they're gonna have a problem, Bishop. They're gonna have a problem. Philly is gonna hijack that main event if they don't do something. They hijacked Raw last night.
They did. I feel like there's a swerve in the making, though.
I
do.
hope so for
really
their
think there's a
sake,
swerve.
because Philly is coming to. I was listening to Busted Open this morning.
Love you too, man.
I
Oh
was
yeah,
listening
Dave LaGreca with Dave LaGreca, Bully Ray, and Mark Henry.
They had two people on there that were there, and they confirmed that WWE cut out the rest of the chants for the night. That they chanted "Rocky sucks" the rest of the night. They just didn't do it on the broadcast.
I believe that.
Over. They said during they tape main event, that show main event.
Mhm.
They said during the taping they was chanting "Rocky sucks" all night. They was chanting "Rocky sucks."
But I kind of feel like Rock is the type of guy who doesn't mind this kind of heat on him. And I think he's very much in on whatever it is they're getting ready to do.
Yeah, but they can't. The heat on him is one thing, D. Bishop, but the heat on the main event, the show getting hijacked, they can't have that.
They can't have that. But
they first year under TKO.
But that's why I think the swerve is coming.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna end up back at our original main event. But the bad part is if they're still locked into Reigns catching Hogan.
See that, and that's where I was gonna go tonight. The fans that are fighting for Cody to get in this main event, understand if he gets in this main event, he's not winning.
He's not winning.
He's gonna lose again, and y'all really gonna be upset because
Right.
he's gonna lose again. They want him to pass Hogan.
Well, we will see
That's
what
why
happens.
they took him out. They're trying to protect him from another loss. They don't want him to get another loss. That's why they took him out. And
Right, because he is the future of the company, because Roman is going to be making his transition out. So
Roman's dealing with his not only Hollywood, but he's dealing with health issues.
Yep. So it's time for Roman to make his transition. You don't want to bury your biggest babyface by having him lose at Mania 2 years in a row. Notice they never even did that with Rock they did do it with Rock and Austin 2 years in a row, but at least with that they what they did those first 2 years was 1 year Austin was the face, Rock was the heel, but when they came back the second year they had reversed. What the other was the heel and the other was the face. So Rock dropping both of those wasn't a big deal because they had already transition. Cody is your face. Everybody knows that.
And Rock was able to take it. He could take those losses.
Rock can take
Cody right now is still ascending. He can't take 2 losses at Mania.
No. Not when you're setting him up to be the next Cena. No, you can't.
That's why I'm like, in a way, I'm torn. I'm like, yeah, I know he put all this in, but I'm thinking if he fights Roman again, now WWE is in another quandary. Do we let Roman win for the sake of the company, for the future, or do we let Roman win so he can catch Hogan?
Honestly, if there's anything you don't do, just don't let Roman catch Hogan.
That's what I say. Because who cares about it?
Nobody. We're not in that era where people, the modern fan does not care about those records the way maybe we did or we do. The modern fan doesn't care about those records. They care nothing about.
What's the record?
1,245 days held by Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry,
no, it's actually
1,474 days.
Roman has 1,240.
Roman's at 1,240. Yeah, Roman's at 1,245. The record is Hogan at 1,474.
So Roman will tie him September 12th.
Right.
September 13th on a Friday Night SmackDown, he will pass him.
Correct.
And that's the amount of time he's held the championship.
Yeah, Hogan has the longest reign of the post Bruno era, because Hogan can be considered modern era because he was the 80s. That's 40 years ago now.
He's not catching Bruno. Bruno is another.
Nobody's catching Bruno. No one will ever catch Bruno.
I say let him have it.
Yeah, but
That's
then
what I'm saying, because it's truly Bruno's record. It's not even Hogan's record.
it's not a record. That's my point. It's a mark. The
It's a mark.
record is Bruno.
Yes, exactly.
But WWE will have you believe, they can make you believe anything. They're calling it, they're going to treat this as if Roman beat Bruno.
But Bully Ray made a valid point, because I saw clips of this morning, and where he said, he was trying to wrap his head around. He said, well, let me get this straight. You know, when this new title was unveiled and Rollins got it, they were making this the workhorse title. And he said, if I remember correctly, they built it up in the package as if that was Bruno's title. So why are we making a big deal about Roman's belt when the real belt that Cody should be going for is actually Seth Rollins' belt, by virtue of if we're going to go with the lineage of Bruno.
But that's what I'm saying. WWE really, they're going to have to do a lot. And I'm saying this, they may do what you said, swerve us, but but my other fear is it too late? Will the fans be so pissed? Will it be too late? Will the fans see through it as a Band-Aid, or them trying to right what was wrong?
Well, there are conflicting reports out there. So I've heard some reports that, obviously we've all heard the reports about The Rock injecting himself in, and the deal's been in place since he joined TKO board and everything. I've also heard some reports that Rocky actually is pushing for Cody, and he injected himself in to push Cody to the next level. And that by doing this, because Rock Reigns is still going to happen, so he had to get himself into the picture. And he did say on First Take, when he was on there after the deal was announced with TKO, that when they asked him about it, he said he's about the long build. This wouldn't be a long build if he actually wrestles Roman at WrestleMania.
But that was before CM Punk got hurt. I think the long build was going to happen when CM Punk was healthy. But once CM Punk got hurt, it just threw everything. We're like in an alternate WWE universe.
Alternate universe, yeah.
We're in the alternate WWE universe where now everything is sped up, and that's why I'm like, I want to see how this is going to be interesting on Thursday to see how they pivot out of it.
And the road to WrestleMania begins Thursday night with the kickoff press conference, which will take place from Vegas. This is the first ever event WWE has done like this. So I'm interested to see how it sets up things. It puts us just about 40-something days from WrestleMania. It's going to be fun.
And remember, Cody said just not at WrestleMania. So
right. So there's that.
How do you get him back? See, that's what I know we talk about the swerve. That's going to be, what you going to say? Oh, I didn't mean it. That's the only way you're going to say, oh, I didn't mean it. Or I've been thinking.
Well, he said he took counsel. The Rock could always go back to him and go, I never intended to take your slot. I just want the head of the table.
He could do that.
I never intended to do that. It could be that Rock injects himself as not
just going for the head of the table. He doesn't want the title.
Or injects himself as a special referee for the WrestleMania match to ensure that there is no outside interference from the bloodline.
Or a triple threat.
I don't like the triple threat idea.
I don't like it either.
Because there's no way you can explain the need for it. Because often when there are triple threat matches in the Mania main event,
everybody has a conflict with one another.
Right,
Cody
there's a conflict with one another
with The Rock.
And everybody has a legitimate claim to that slot. Rock doesn't have a legitimate claim to the WrestleMania slot.
He's been gone for 12 years. Exactly.
Right. This is not like you got the Royal Rumble winner and the Elimination Chamber winner, and they're both like, we both have a legitimate claim for this spot. We want that. You can make that a triple threat match.
I think this is what's going to happen too in the other match. And I know we got to go. I think Cody's going to beat Seth, but Priest is going to cash in because he only has 1 year left. And we have a couple months. He only has like a month, a couple weeks left.
You could also have Rock kind of bullying Roman for the next couple of months. You know, Rock is still one of the greatest on the mic, and just talk because, you know, there was a whole thing, this whole idea that Seth brought out about that being a Hollywood championship and the fact that Roman doesn't work to where Roman ends up in the main event 2 nights in a row.
Right. Roman can say, I'll prove to you how much of a champion I am.
Right.
And
so he could have Rock one night and have Cody the next.
Well, I would hope they let Cody go first.
So no, put Cody on Sunday. And here's why.
But then you're gonna have him fighting a weakened Roman. So it's not gonna mean as much as he.
But it'll be a weakened Cody as well, because I'm tying in your idea of having him beat Seth Saturday.
So if both of them fight,
then Priest cashes in.
I like that idea.
So it's a weakened Cody, and it's a beaten Cody because he also got cashed in on. And now Priest is now the heavyweight champion. Cody's dejected, but now he's got to fight Roman the next night. And then he finally overcomes Roman on Sunday.
I like it. Book it.
because Roman beats The Rock as the head of the table, because it's got to go out that way. So Roman, he fights on Saturday, but he wins. Cody loses Saturday and then has to fight Roman on Sunday for the actual title.
So he's going in as the ultimate underdog.
Yeah, it won't get no bigger than that.
But again,
and it ties into the Rocky story. You're in Philadelphia.
But again, are they going to let Cody win with Hogan's record in reach? That's the big question.
I'm hoping it's not a big deal. Because
I'm hoping so too. But they've been talking about it. That's the only. You know how WWE is. They don't bring something up.
Right. Because you knew Cody was going to win the Rumble because they kept talking about it all night long. That only 2 other people have ever. And midway through, I'm like, Cody's winning. you knew Cody was winning.
And that's why I'm saying, if they want this, if that Cody record, that Hogan record is something.
Teddy, we cannot have R-Truth as the champion.
Never. He was the NWA champion. That's the first closest he ever get into a world championship.
Yo, R-Truth is comedy relief, though. I
love him.
I absolutely love him.
That dude is the truth. All right, guys, I gotta go, man.
Thursday night, join us all day Thursday.
It's gonna be good.
On our page, as we go through the trade deadline. Nick game Thursday night, WWE press conference to kick off WrestleMania, the WrestleMania season, essentially on Thursday as well. And then the Knicks play again on Saturday. We will not be on Saturday, just so that you know. Knicks play the Pacers at home again on Saturday. Hopefully Thursday will be a very interesting day, and we'll have a lot to talk about Thursday night after the Knicks game.
I'll be watching both. I'm gonna have my phone in my hand for the press conference and the TV on with the Knicks game.
Same here. Until then, orange and blue skies. Y'all have a great night. We will see you Thursday night.
Peace.